Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at goarmy.com/team.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for a flag of our national anthem by the band.
Good evening and welcome to the Shafter North High football game at North High in Bakersfield, California.
As soon as they quiet down, we're gonna do it as soon as it's not that loud, we're gonna do it 2 shots so you guys can do your intro. Then we're gonna go to the kickoff.
Okay. Do you want us over there? Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want us, Julian? Lift it. Can we reach? All right, we're good.
Step up. You guys, shoulder to shoulder. There you go.
All right, we're live tonight at North High School as Shafter Generals are taking on the North High Stars. Should be an exciting game.
I think so.
Rich Cornford with
Zeb Smith
calling the game tonight. Zeb is the PA announcer for Shafter High, so he knows them pretty well. I've had a great conversation with Norm Brown, the North High coach, reigning area coach of the year. He's fired up about this game, so it should be a great contest tonight.
I'm pretty excited too.
We're just about to see the kickoff here. We'll have North High is going to be returning the ball, looking to improve on an 0-2 start this season. Big problem for them has been turnovers. They've moved the ball between the 20s, but 10 turnovers in 2 games.
Yeah, that's tough.
Recipe for disaster.
Well, it looks like the ball got picked up by, oh, shoot. Oh, I'm terrible at this.
Hey, great coverage there by the Shafter Generals. Angled that kick into the corner, made it tough to return.
Yeah, that was Alex Tejeda on the return, right?
Yeah.
Looks like he picked up about 10 yards or so.
So the North High offense is going to be without Chris Romero. Chris ran for 1,600 yards last season, led the North High Stars in rushing as they went to the CIF semifinals, but he's out tonight.
Man, a nice long pass. Oh, intended for number 2, James Johnson. That kid's a stud, right?
James Johnson is a living monster. He returning All-State player for North High, probably the best defensive player in the area, had 19 sacks last season, and has a motor that won't quit, had 700 yards receiving. So
Wow.
you got to worry about that kid both sides of the ball.
Oh,
6'3",
that's
210.
tough. Those kids that don't get tired are hard to beat. So the quarterback out there, that's Michael Doughton. It looks like number 12. Sorry, North High fans, I don't have the roster memorized quite yet. Oh, little handoff action too. I can't quite pick up the number yet.
So North High is going to be multi-dimensional, as they were last year. Last year they had record-setting quarterback Bailey West at the helm, and he led this offense to record numbers. So,
Well, it looks like they lost a couple yards on that. It's going to be 3rd and 12. It looks like they're. Let's see, he's going to take the snap here. Oh, looks like he's going to throw. Oh, he's hanging on to it. Doughton's hanging on to that, and he got brought down around the 22.
nice coverage by the Generals. Doughton is a transfer from East High. First year in this system. Big kid, 6'3", and moves well, throws well, but nobody open there. So Stars are going to have to punt.
Well,
Stars struggling a little bit, making sure they got the right personnel.
set.
As a coach, you think, man, 4th and 7 from our own end, we're definitely punting, but sometimes kids don't know that.
Yeah, there's something going on down there.
Well, looks like the left tackle might not be on the line of scrimmage here either, but they didn't call it.
Oh man, big kick by Shannon Ferguson. Well, it was a tall kick. Right on the 40.
So Shafter's going to get the ball in good field position, and we talked about James Johnson possibly being the best defensive player in the area. We're about to see Alex Aguilar, who almost unquestionably is the best offensive player in the area with the numbers he's put up.
Oh, that kid's a stud too. You should see him at practice, and you know, I'll catch a practice or 2 a week, and he works hard all week long.
Now, I know he runs track also. Does he play basketball or anything in the winter?
You know, I'm not that sure about that. I should be. Half these kids are at my house half the time. Oh. Well, that was, pass got broken up. It was intended for Marco Rodriguez.
So last week against Highland, Alex Aguilar started uncharacteristically slow. Was throwing balls a little high, but then once he caught on fire, boy, that second quarter he put up 21 points in a hurry.
You know, I was a little worried at the beginning of last week's game. It was kind of even there for a little while, and it was kind of worrisome. It's like, oh, he pitched it off to Rodriguez again. He got across the line of scrimmage. Oh, looks like he picked up about 5 yards on that. It's going to be third and 5. Not a bad position to be in.
No, good pickup on second down. But if you notice, James Johnson, the monster we were talking about, he was playing that right defensive end. He forced the quarterback to pitch. Then he ran back and made the tackle.
Well, that kid's a stud. I can't wait to watch him some more. He's a beast.
He's down at the bottom here this time.
Looks like Aguilar hung on to it. He's good at that. He almost made that first down, it looks like.
Well, Alex Aguilar has thrown for 7 touchdowns and almost 400 yards this year, but he also has run for over 130 yards a game.
Yeah, he has, and he's not keeping it as much as he did last year this year. But he's doing great.
Fourth and 1, big call here. Perucci is very good at keeping defenses off balance.
You know, I tell you what, he's a mastermind. Yeah, it looks like it was complete to Jackson Sanchez, who is also a stud, let me tell you.
Well, this Shafter team has got a lot of guys returning from last year's squad that was so successful.
Yeah, there's you know I don't see that a lot. It seems like where you see a bunt that many kids back for the second year in a row.
That was a good play by the North High defense because Pedro Avila.
Pedro Avila, now that's a nice kid. He was at the house the other night, and I couldn't imagine having a nicer kid sniffing around my teenage daughter and her friends.
Well, the program has him listed at 5'3", 143 pounds, but that kid is tough. He's averaging over 13 yards a carry on the season so far, and he plays very physical football.
Yeah, he really does. He's a great kid too. As polite as they come. Oh, well, it looks like he tried to throw it to Rodriguez again. He missed it. And it's going to make it 2nd and 12, or 3rd and 12. Sorry.
All right, and last week Aguilar got him out of this situation several times, sometimes by throwing, but also on designed runs. And like I was saying, Perucci keeping defenses off balance is one of his specialties. A quick snap there.
Yeah, he's
That was well played by the North Stars.
you know, they did. They brought him down pretty quick. Looks like 4th and 8 now.
How good is the kicker for Shafter?
You know, he's not too bad. He's
So we'd be looking at about a 41-yard field goal from here, and
man.
it looks like that's what they're going to do.
You know, that I haven't seen that. We haven't seen a field goal that long yet this year, but you know, he's who's out there? Lopez to kick that thing?
Yeah, Aguilar is the
Aguilar.
holder, so always danger of a fake.
Oh no, that's Baruch Valencia. Oh. Looks like he just missed it. That
Little
stinks.
wide right there.
It's hard to tell from up here.
All right, now this North High offense, all right, like we said, without Chris Romero in at running back, they're going to have to find a way to consistently move the ball. But they do have a massive offensive line up front.
Yeah, I'm looking at those kids right now in the glasses. Those are beefy. You know, you walk around and you think, yeah, these kids are smaller than we were when we were in high school. But those kids on North they're pretty beefy.
Yeah, we'll get into some heights and weights on these guys in a second.
Oh, he fakes a handoff there, and it's like he Doughton hung on to it and got brought down around the 25. Not too bad.
Yeah, and Doughton is a very good athlete. Still learning the system. They can't do everything they did with Bailey West last year. But you can see by his size, like I said, 6'2", 200 pounds, and good speed, that he's a handful.
Yeah, they're a big bunch of kids. Well, it sure is a nice night, isn't it?
Most wonderful time of the year.
All right, looks like a pass attempt to, number 2, that kid again. What's his name? James Johnson. He's a stud. He almost made it.
So it's going to be 3rd and short here, and you would think that this would favor North with the size of their line. They've got number 65, Dylan Rutledge, 6'3", 285-pound senior captain, 3-year varsity starter, 2 times all-conference lineman. Plays a little defense too, but that's a good guy to run behind. Mason Pertain, 6'3", 315, senior, plays guard in their goal line package. They might have him in there on this particular play. Adrian Cruz, 6'1", 300-pound sophomore that started both ways last year as a freshman in the playoffs.
Wow, that's a freshman.
So I'm thinking they're probably coming right up the gut.
Well, I would too, with a foot to go, or a yard. Well, North calls a timeout, huh?
Yeah, so the freshman Adrian Cruz, 6'1", 300-pound sophomore, going to play a lot of D-tackle this week, but I imagine they got him in there right now to put some beef on that line.
Well, that's a beefy line.
In my experience, any kid with the mental fortitude to play varsity football as a freshman is a kid that's probably got Division I potential in him.
I would say that. I agree with that, absolutely.
I've had it. I've done it twice. Colton Foster, who went on and played at Colorado State, and a kid Josh Stevens, who had multiple scholarship offers, including Oregon State. For me, was a 3-time All-State linebacker.
Oh wow!
Yeah, kids like that make coaches look really smart. All right, so 3rd and 1 here. North High, you see this side of the line is pretty beefy.
I'll say. Yeah, they're going to just have to try to push that right over the line. Okay, what's Doughton going to do? Well, he's going to hand off to that big kid again. Two gets brought down. That's going to be an easy first down.
Yeah, good penetration there by the Generals. Able to slip through on the backside over there. But Johnson made a move and then stretched the ball enough for a first down. So North's first down of the game.
James Johnson, 6'3", 200 pounds. He's a stud.
With the uniforms tonight, it kind of looks like Nebraska versus Missouri in a
Sure
old
does.
Big 8 matchup.
They look like they're about the same size, too. All right, so Doughton takes a snap. He hands it back off to Johnson. Oh, wow, he's getting loose. Oh, he's slippery. That's gonna be another first down, looks like.
So we wondered how North High would handle the loss of Chris Romero. They just decided we're going to put our best athlete at tailback, let him run behind this big line. Now they've run a lot of unbalanced sets, which means extra linemen on one side of the
Right.
field. But so far at the point of attack, Shafter's held firm, but that was a good cut by Johnson to get another first down.
That sure was. He was in the right place at the right time with that ball.
All right, but you see North High runs all kinds of variations of offense.
Yeah, they really do. That's quite an interesting pileup they got there. So that was a little pitch to number 8. That's Cole Fields. He's a senior at 5'11", 150. He's a tiny little guy.
So that double wing, though, is something that Shafter probably plays better than most other teams, having their big rival Wasco run that offense for the last 20 years or so.
Right. Well, it worked for them for like the last 13 or so, I think.
So, again, that probably not going to trick him, but you think with the size of that offensive line, that offense is tailor-made for big, strong teams. But, again, Shafter seems up to the task. And, Shafter's no slouch up front either. Cesar Cepeda,
Yeah, those kids,
6 foot 250. Colby Miller, 6 foot 215.
That's a pitch off that's that Johnson kid, right? Wow, brought down. Oh, that's 3. That's not Johnson. That's Justin Turner. He's a 5'9", 160-pound senior. He did all right. That was a big old gain.
Yeah,
Looks
so
like it's going to be 1st and 10 North on the 42.
when you're playing these teams with big linemen, they can wear on you. Double wing look again.
I'll say, and these kids. Oh, man. Oh, he almost got loose.
Now, this is going to be interesting. This North High this year has been extremely successful from 20-yard line to 20-yard line.
Right.
But they have got 10 turnovers this year, with more than half of them coming inside the opponent's 20-yard line. So they feel a little bit snake bit down here, and I know that's a big emphasis for Norm Brown, is to be able to punch balls into the end zone.
And they spent most of this first quarter going back and forth inside the 20s. Oh, looks like he's going to hang on to it. Oh! Wow, he slipped and fell right down by the 12 or so. That was that Doughton again, hanging on to it.
Yeah, and again, Doughton makes a good decision there. Had 2 receivers, could have maybe forced the ball in there, but he's been coached up. We don't want to turn this over, and he made a real positive with that scramble.
Well, the Generals' defense has been pretty tough this year, and at North it seems to be doing better than anybody else has.
Well, the Generals faced a stiff test last week with Highland.
They sure did. That, like I said, I was a little worried at the beginning of that. Oh, Doughton, he pitched off to. Oh, there's a flag down. At Cole Fields, number 8 again on that carry. We'll see what happened down there. What's he saying? He's doing this. It's like holding against North. And I'm guessing he was holding in the collar based on the theatrics from the white hat down there.
Yeah, we got a reenactment of the crime.
Yeah, he sure did.
Right there. So that definitely hurts North in their ball control offense. Now being first and about 17 or 18 to go here.
Every bit of that.
North seemingly more adept at running the ball than passing. Again, in an unbalanced set here to the left.
Oh, there's like a double handoff. He pitched it to Cole Fields, and then Fields handed off to Johnson, and Johnson got brought down by most of the Generals.
Johnson probably would have been better served to keep that ball inside instead of trying to bounce that particular one. Ended up losing another few yards.
Yeah, that's going to make it every bit a 2nd and 20.
There is a flag down.
See what he says. Wait, what was it? I
They
missed
called
it.
a chop block
Oh.
against the Stars.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't reenact that one, too.
So Shafter is going to take the penalty despite the fact that North lost yards on that play. Going to put North way back here.
Wow, that's that's just a ton. That's 3rd and or 2nd and
I think it's still first down.
Oh,
first down and about
10,
36.
30, yeah, 1st and 36. That's a ton. That's not a.
Yeah, I wonder what you have in your playbook for that situation.
Well, it seems to happen a lot when people are up against Shafter's defense.
So going from a double wing look to a spread look here. Watch Johnson here. He's a size and speed mismatch against most people he plays against.
Taking a shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off to Johnson, and Johnson's got just a big wide open hole he's running through. Oh, man, he picks up the first down just barely. Oh, man, that was a big run.
Touchdown saving tackle there
Well, it sure was.
by Pedro Avila. You have the 145-pounder trying to bring down the 210-pounder over there, but he got him down.
Yeah, that Pedro, he's a great kid. He's a stud. You hear his name a lot during these games.
So great call there by Coach Brown. When I was wondering what they had in their playbook for that situation, he dialed up a first down on 1st and 36.
Well, he figured it out right quick, all right.
Now, my thinking would be that they're going to pound the line here up the middle.
Well, they're pretty close. I mean, it looks like he handed off to, oh, yeah, that's going to be a touchdown. Yeah,
Good
Cole
night.
Fields.
There was a good hole there. Okay, that's the old power play, the staple play.
Yeah, that Cole Fields has really turned up a lot the second half of this quarter.
So big possession there for the North Stars. Picked up some key first downs, got a drive going. Maybe wore the Shafter defense down a little bit during that drive.
I should say so.
At number 8, North. Number 8.
Well, they got the extra point in them. That looked pretty easy. That was Elijah Sanchez. He's a sophomore, 6'3", 190 that made that kick.
Yeah, even the North High kicker is big.
They're all big. They're a bunch of big old brutes.
These corn-fed Oildale boys. All right, they come to play some ball tonight. And Coach Brown, they got off to a bit of a slow start last year. They started the season 3-3, and they ended up winning 9 games on the year. Really caught fire, beat a really good Highland team here in an exciting game last year win a share of the league championship. And they really have Coach Norm Brown's character. Like I said, he's the returning area coach of the year for leading North to a record number of wins with 9 last year. Guy that played football, linebacker at San Jose State, played in Canada after that in the Canadian Football League. So we got 2 coaches here that were pretty darn good players in their own right, with Coach Perucci having played at UNLV.
Yeah, I played with Gerald at Shafter in the 90s. He was a good player back then, too.
Both guys very intense. Great guys. Very intense, very well organized coaches.
Well, if Brown can handle Perucci tonight, that'll be a big win for him.
Both of these guys love their players and do a lot for them. And, kind of guy I'd love my own kid to play for.
Well, when you see the relationship that Gerald has with these kids, it's great. Like, I like to talk trash, but these kids have so much respect for Gerald, and he just has a really good relationship with them. Looks like that.
Well, both guys have put together really good coaching staffs of guys that are loyal to them. I know the Shafter staff have a number of guys that went to Shafter High.
Yeah, they really do. Oh, looks like Sanchez picks up that kickoff, and he's got a pretty good start. He's going to looks like he got brought down about the 27 or so, but that's not too bad.
Yeah, last time Shafter had the ball in great field position at the 40. This time the 27. North High, really good job of what I would say called spreading the net there, where everybody was running down in their lanes. Everybody was together, and they worked off the blocks to make a good tackle and limit Shafter to only the 27-yard line.
Let's see how they do.
All right, Aguilar's got a ton of weapons to work with.
Yeah, he does. He's got Pedro out there with him, and something happened.
I think North is missing a player. I think they've only got 10 out there. And smart play by the Stars to burn that timeout. So many times you think, hey, we'll just wait for the next play.
Right.
All right, and I haven't seen another player go out there yet, but I do only count 10 guys. Still only 10 guys. All right, trying to figure out which position they're missing. Sometimes when you're still early in the season.
Yeah, well, you can see the coach down there. He looks kind of confused at the moment. We see, yep, still 10. 1, 2.
And just got a note here. Try to keep you updated on some other games in the area. West High is up 21-0 over Foothill in the second quarter.
Well, I'd like to thank the U.S. Army for being one of tonight's sponsors. Be all you can be. I'm sure they're looking for some new talent here.
Yeah, the U.S. Army puts on that Arena Bowl game
right.
every year, and Bailey West was the quarterback for the winning side last year. The North High grad did a great job representing his school.
So Aguilar's way back. He takes a shotgun. He hands it off to Pedro. Pedro picked up about 3 or 4 yards, I guess.
Pedro's one of those backs that he might get 3 here, 4 there, 2 here, and then break the 50-yarder.
Right.
Similar to Barry Sanders in that respect.
Yeah, well, once he gets loose, it's hard to catch him. He's a slippery little fella. Oh, it's like Aguilar. Oh, he almost got clipped. Oh, man, there's an interception. Oh, that sucks. Well, wait, I'm supposed to be in purple. Sorry.
So I think you see some great pressure there by.
What was that with the interception? I missed
James Johnson got the pressure. The interception was by number 11, Shannon Ferguson. Shannon's an athlete that you'll see on both sides of the ball for him. Another big, tall kid.
That's 6'4". That Gerald Perucci's that tall.
Yeah, and Shannon was getting some looks at the quarterback spot. Got beat out there, but you see him transfer right over to wide receiver now as Coach Brown putting his best guys on the field both ways, as both of these coaches do.
Looks like they're doing okay tonight. Doughton's back for the shotgun snap. He hung on to it. He just ran into a brick wall.
So trying to defend the North High Stars is difficult because of the many looks that they give you. You know, they're double wing, they're spread, they're unbalanced. Sometimes they can be a little bit sloppy, but they make up for that with the explosive plays they get when you're out of position. One example of that would be the play they got the 38-yard gain on the fly sweep to Johnson with that last series. So being a defensive coordinator against these kind of multiple sets makes it very hard in practice to get a lot of reps on what they're actually going to do.
Okay, Doughton's in there real close to take a snap. Looks like the Shafter defense is ready to go. Oh, he faked a handoff, and he throws a long one. Holy cow, yeah, right out of bounds. I'm not quite. We almost got the ball over the goal line.
Well, and he had Turner, who he faked the handoff to. Nobody from Shafter covered him, so it'll be interesting to see if the North Stars come back to that play and have him throw out there to the right flat.
Well, I think it's kind of hard to cover those guys when they keep mixing everything up.
It is, and again, that's the multi-dimensions make it very tough. You got to be pretty simplistic on defense because you never know what they're going to throw at you.
Right. Well, Coach Ferrucci tries not to take very much nonsense as it pertains to that. Well, they put some pressure. Oh, he bobbled it. Let me see. So Doughton tried to throw it to looks like 25. Javier Campo, a junior, 5'5". The only kid on that team that's shorter than I am, I think.
So now North has got a situation where they're probably too close to punt the ball, and they're too far for a field goal. So despite the fact that it's 4th and 12, looks like they're going to go for it here.
I'd go for it.
This is where, you know, a guy like Johnson out wide, all 6'3" of them, you get him on a corner who's 5'10", and he's with that height, and quarterback put it up high. You got a maybe 50-50 ball, which you'll take that on 4th and 12.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be a long field goal if they tried it. Yeah, I think he's gonna have to.
All right, North just took a timeout. I think that is their final timeout, and we're not through the first quarter yet.
Well, you know, while we've got a timeout, I'd like to thank Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. They're also one of our sponsors tonight, and we really appreciate our big corporate sponsors like that. Now, Motor City is also a sponsor. I'm going to be down there and buying a truck from them in a couple of weeks. I'm waiting for my truck to die. It's like a science experiment.
Yeah, it's nice. Those Kern schools have branches in a lot of the schools here, and for us teachers, it's very nice to be able to do your banking during your prep period or your lunchtime.
You know, we also have Tony's Pizza as a sponsor. I think that since I've got the privilege tonight to come up and do this in a couple of weeks, I'm going to go to Motor City and get a truck. I'm going to finance it at Kern Schools. I'm going to load my senior son and stepsons up in the truck, go to Tony's Pizza, and then take them to the U.S. Army and have them sign up.
You hit all the bases there.
Yeah.
All right, empty set now for North. They go 5 wide. Shafter looks like they might not be ready for it.
Oh, Doughton's going back for the pass. They put some pressure on. He had all kinds of time. Oh, pass complete. Shoot. That was a nice pass. That's Shannon Ferguson, senior. We've seen him before, 6'4".
Well, we talked about Doughton, you know, heck of a good athlete, still learning the system. That was a great job of stepping up in the pocket, being patient, finding a guy breaking open, and executing. Again, in a critical situation, we see North High come through with a first down.
Yeah, that was a big first down. Let's see. Yeah, they're first and goal.
Back in that double wing.
Looks like Doughton hung on to it. He handed it off to.
Yeah, I think Johnson there, you know, not his natural position, filling in for the injured Chris Romero. Needs to take that a little bit more downhill. All right, you don't want that power play bouncing outside. You want to try and keep it inside and grind out 2, 3, 4 yards.
Sure.
You don't have to hit a home run with it.
He's doing okay in that position, though. I mean, North High is really putting a lot of pressure on Shafter right now.
Again, you see with the same personnel group, they're running multiple offenses. And so sometimes teams will sub in extra tight ends, extra fullbacks. They don't have to do that.
Oh, so it looks like we're going to take a break for the quarter. See you in a bit.
All right.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools. Together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm
against Highland last week where he missed his first 3 throws high, but then he settled in and lit it up the rest of the night.
It's time to settle in.
Sometimes, when a team is pressuring you and the way North has been able to get pressure, it speeds up your clock a little bit and throws your timing off.
Yeah, it does. Well, pass almost complete. Yeah, almost complete to Felix Chacon. I tell you what,
the way North High is playing this cover 0, you can take one of those slant routes the distance if you can beat the guy inside, but you got to catch the ball first.
Well, the problem is you got that big old beefy James Johnson in there just causing all kinds of trouble behind the line of scrimmage. Did you happen to see what happened just now?
I'm not sure what that penalty was, but it sure worked out well for Shafter.
Yeah, I'll say.
Giving him a first down.
Hey, I don't mind a first down. All right. Well, Aguilar's got it. He throws it. Oh, it's a good pass. Well, right. Looks like that pass was intended for the 50-yard line marker. It's going to make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, again, every time you watch Johnson, he comes off the ball hard.
He does. Just watching that guy go in there and just break that line again and again.
Joel Herrera, the tackle there on this side that's charged with blocking him. And again, when you got a defensive guy that is a Division I player, you have to game plan around him. That's kind of how you can tell that they're...
I got binoculars. This guy's got arms like telephone poles. Up, pass almost complete to Jackson Sanchez, and then number 44 from North almost snatched that right out of the air.
Well,
Tommy Maples.
We've seen the ball hit the Shafter receivers quite a bit in the hands. They've got to do their part to help Aguilar along too and make these tougher grabs.
It really is a team effort.
So Shafter not taking any time off the clock here. 7:18 to go in the second quarter, and they're faced with the 3rd and long in their own territory.
Still a lot of football to go. Let's see what they do this time. Rodrigo. Oh, he got rid of it. I missed it.
Ran an option play. The Stars forced him to pitch the ball quickly. They picked up about half the distance for the first down, but it's going to be 4th and 5, and pretty sure Generals are going to need to punt.
Yeah, I guess they're going to have
to. So a bit of a defensive struggle here in a game that, we expected to have a little bit more fireworks offensively, but you like good defensive football, it's a good game.
I expected to say, it has been a good game. I did expect to see that ball move a little more, though. That's okay. Let's see, big punt, Al. Oh, he got him past the middle, so it's going to be on 45-yard line, so North's got 55 to go.
Yeah, and I'd like to see my returner work a little harder to catch that ball in the air. The roll gave Shafter an extra 10 yards. And, the guy's back there for a reason.
Right.
To put the fair catch up there, I think that's one he could have got under and saved him 10.
Yeah, I agree with that. They could have. We'll see what they do next time. They don't grow them like they used to. That's a problem. See, so North High is 1st and 10 on the 45. Shafter's defense is going to try to get in there and get Doughton.
You look at the matchup over here. You got Aguilar playing corner.
You got that big old uneven line over there, and then fakes a handoff, and Doughton hung on to it, and he got loose. The ball's loose. Fumble. Oh, did it roll out of bounds? Oh, man. Oh, you should see.
Boy, and fumbles have obviously plagued North High this year. They want to make sure Doughton holds on to the ball, but I think Ferguson's saying, hey, I got a matchup here. I'm a legit D1 guy, 6'4", 185 pounds, and the guy covering me is 5'10".
Right.
All right, but the guy covering him is Aguilar, who we know is one of the best athletes in the area.
What was the penalty they called just now?
I believe they called a hold against North High, and we've seen North High dig themselves into some holes with their penalties.
10 yards. I got all excited watching that fumble. I didn't see the flag. So it's going to be 1st and a big old 20. Man, look at that big old bunch of brutes on that North High offensive line.
Yeah, they're not fat kids either. I mean, they are stout kids that can move piles. So just looking at the matchup here from a size standpoint, you think Ferguson might be the guy they go to here.
Well, quick little pass complete to, oh man. Oh, he's loose. That's going to be it. Yeah, that's going to be a nice touch. Oh, he tripped him up. Oh, hey, well, that was luck. Looks like he came down around the 5-yard line and by the shoelace.
Yeah, that was an excellent hustle because it did not look like there was any way that they could catch him over there, but he got him by the shoelace and brought him down, saved the touchdown. We've seen Shafter hold tough from this position before. So
they are good at that. So let's see, man, that was lucky. It's like their 1st and goal from the 7.
All right, and Aguilar is being looked at over here. Don't exactly know what was going on, but he's going to have to come off for at least a play.
Well, it doesn't look like he's limping, so let's see what those boys are going to do down there. You know, I'd like to thank Motor City again. They're one of our big sponsors for this matchup tonight, and super friendly and really good trucks down there.
All right, North High with the 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Multiple weapons at their disposal. And they got a quarterback that's agile. They got 2 guys that are 6'3" and above that split out wide. Empty set here from the 7.
Yeah, he had it. Looks like they called it incomplete.
Yeah, definitely threw the ball, got knocked backwards after he threw it.
There's a lot of energy out there on the field. It's this game is a grind.
Well, North High, they hosted Centennial in that first game, played the Golden Hawks tough. You know, the Golden Hawks, a Division I football team.
Yeah.
But again, turnovers bit them in the bud. But I think these guys know that they got a good ball club. Double wing here.
Looks like he handed it off to 25, who got drugged down. It looks like he picked up maybe about 1.5 yards or 2. North High, number 25 is looks like Javier Ocampo, a junior, at 5'5", 160.
All right, picked up about 3 on that. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4. And you wonder, is North going to go to the tall receivers? Is North going to run behind their massive offensive linemen? Some pretty nice options to have.
Yeah, they do. What do you think they're going to do? I think they're going to just try to pound right through the middle.
All right, now they don't have any timeouts left, and they need to be in a hurry here to make sure they get this snap off.
Yeah, Brown was pretty fast and loose with those timeouts the first part of this game. Oh, looks like they took too much time.
No,
false start?
False start, yeah. That's the side judge threw that flag. So, again, as you get in that hurry-up mode and everybody going, I think a lineman probably put his hand down and picked it up, which constitutes a false start.
Well, we're going to make it. That'll make it 3rd and 10. So that's some pretty good luck on this this drive for Shafter. Let's see how they do this time. So, Doughton's up in there close. Take a snap. He's going to pass it to number 3, who's going to Oh, no, he got brought down just about the 2-yard line.
That's a heck of an effort, though. North High will take that. You know,
Justin Turner. Let's see that kid, boy.
You got the ball set up right in the middle of the field. This is essentially an extra point if you decide to kick it, or again, if you decide to go for it, go for the 7. You're in makeable range where you can run it or throw it from here.
That's the first half of the game. I think I'd try to run it. Of course, I'm the announcer, not the coach. Looks like he hung on to it and it was enough to get over. He's definitely over that line. That looks like a touchdown to me.
We talked about the beef in that North High offensive line. They go quarterback sneak on 4th and 3 and just muscle it over.
They did. Well, that air horn sure is nice, isn't it? Well, it's going to be 13-0 North for a few more seconds. You know, I still think Shafter is well able to right this ship.
Well, we've seen Shafter put up multiple touchdowns in 3 and 4 minutes. They got 4 minutes left in the first half here. I think the key for them is to get that first down. If they can get the first down, then their tempo really starts to work it to their advantage.
Well, they need to get some good news. Offside Shafter.
So Shafter jumped off sides. It looks like Coach Brown wants to put his offense back in there and go for 2, but everybody's getting a drink, so they're going to decline it now and end up kicking it. The reason you decline that is your kicker's used to kicking extra points from a certain spot. The snapper's used to doing it from a certain spot, and you don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that.
So if you're not going to go for 2, you decline that penalty.
Yeah, you get closer. That throws off all your trajectory and everything. Well, it looks like that was pretty easy. That's going to make it 14-0 North High. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of the coach's pep talk in the locker room. That's for sure.
Well, you know what's happening is that they're getting beat up front. When you're getting beat up front, it makes it takes all the timing of everything away from you. Aguilar's got to throw the ball quicker than he likes. His receivers, the ball's on them sooner than they'd like. North High's had good coverage.
I got to tell you what, it was kind of boring a couple weeks ago when Shafter won against Miramonte 67-0, I think. So maybe Gerald, in all of his wisdom, is just trying to make everybody enjoy this game for the first half, and then they're going to turn it on in the second half.
Well, not all football teams are created equal, and this North High football team can play with anybody in town with the guys that they've got up front, with the skill guys they've got. Now, they don't have a ton of depth, neither does Shafter. These guys go both ways, but there are highly skilled athletes and big boys.
I absolutely agree with that, and I would really like to praise them a lot more if I didn't think I'd get hung from the nearest tree when I got back into Shafter later.
All right.
This is a really good team, and they're giving Shafter a lot of trouble right now, that's for sure.
Score update from around town. Ridgeview High School 13, Frontier 7, with about 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Hey, looks like we got Sanchez and Hernandez in the backfield. Well, it looks like Hernandez hauled that thing quite a ways up the field. It's going to make it 1st and 10 Shafter at the 41, I guess, 42?
Yeah, and Shafter really needed something to go positive to help them get the momentum going back in their direction.
They need to get a score right now to get their attitude right, I think.
Yeah, with 4 minutes to go, they got plenty of time with their style of offense. Again, tempo requires you to get that first down. The way these tempo teams moved after that first down is crazy.
Right, yeah, that's that's definitely over the line. That's going to be offsides against North. That'll make it 1st and 5, I'll bet. Well, let's see here. I mean, we'll take it all day long, 5 yards at a time. I'm okay with it.
Yep, stops the clock.
See, nice big long pass. Oh, wow. Oh, beautiful. Jackson Sanchez caught that just right on the sideline. Looks like he's going to pick up a ton on that, like 30 yards.
That was a great job. He attacked the defender, and then when he broke and cut, he gained separation right there. Perfect throw by Aguilar.
Oh, yeah, good throw and a good catch. That's going to be 1st and 10 on the 32. Aguilar hung on to it. Oh man, he got loose. He's going to get that 1st down real easy. How about a touchdown instead? 6-point Shafter. Aguilar on the keeper. Nice.
So you see the best of Aguilar right there in back-to-back plays. You see the perfect timing on the throw, and then you see his ability running the football.
That is just what we needed to get this game going. And I'm talking about the stadium as a whole needed this energy. I'm not just rooting for Shafter here, just so you know, Coach.
I don't think the North High side of the stadium would agree with you on there. They were happy with the energy the way it was.
What's going on out here?
Well, Shafter runs that the swing and gate there. They double did it,
Oh, there's a big old flag.
They did it last week, and I think North High might have too many guys on the field.
Yeah, not enough. Too many. What's all going on down
5,
there?
6, 7. No, I count 11 for North. Yeah, so that's not the call.
It was something against number 6. He did this. Well, now 6 is coming off the field.
So
Too many guys out there?
No, they replaced him with the sub. So I'm not. Maybe he had an equipment issue because they didn't mark off any yards.
Oh yeah, nice and easy.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered for Shafter.
Yeah, I'll say Baruch Valencia, he's just been real consistent all year with his kicks, and he's doing really good. He's a senior, he's 5'8", he's 159 pounds, and he's got a really good foot on him.
So we saw 3 very positive plays in a row by Shafter there. The kickoff return past the 40, the corner route, gained about 25, 30 yards on that, and then the long run by Aguilar.
Picked up that big old touchdown. That was just what the doctor ordered.
That's the typical Shafter drive that you're used to seeing.
Right.
And again, when North High playing that cover 0, you're apt. When you give up completions, they turn out to be big oftentimes. That's the downside of that coverage. But it does do a good job of putting pressure on the quarterbacks and reducing the completion percentage, which I think Aguilar's completion percentage is probably about 20-25% right now.
Yeah, I'd say, which, it's usually more than that.
Yeah, he's completed over 60% of his passes so far this year. So if you're holding him that low, you're definitely giving yourself a chance to win.
Well, I think that we're in pretty good shape now. We got enough time to. We got a lot more football left in this half, that's for sure.
Now Shafter has done a good job of conserving their timeouts. They've got all 3 left. So if they can do a good job of covering this kick and they can get a 3 and out on themselves, they're going to have time to score again.
Yeah, Gerald doesn't use a whole bunch of timeouts, I've noticed. You see a nice kick back there. Who's got it? It's like number 20. Toro, number 20, Toro. He's a senior, a little tiny guy, 137 pounds, but he did all right on that.
So great coverage by the Shafter Generals, holding the Stars inside the 20-yard line.
They sure did, especially with a wiry little roadrunner like that.
So again, you watch the North High Stars and you look at their guys, and it looks like a college football team out there with the size of their offensive linemen, the size of their quarterback, the size of their wide receivers.
Well, they're bigger than Shafter's team, that's for sure.
I got to think, the best line I've seen is Liberty's this year. Those guys were really well, but I think pound for pound, these guys are a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they're the biggest team I've seen this year. I mean, I've only seen a few games, obviously. But Doughton, he got a pass off to, well, it fell incomplete. It looked like number 11 might have been double covered on that. Shannon Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson running a slant, heading towards the safety with good coverage on him by the corner over there. So interesting to see if North High elects to throw again or if they're going to try to run some clock and pound the ball here.
It seems like they've had pretty good luck pounding the ball so far. We'll see, but Shafter holding back behind the 20-yard line. That can't be good for morale.
All right, and again, they're going to be backed up against the game clock here. Watch this back judge, see if he starts counting things off here pretty soon. Not moving yet, so it looks like they're going to make it.
You better hurry. Yeah, he got it off. Let me see. Pass intended for. Oh, did he catch that?
Nope. Came right off his chest and hit the ground.
Yeah, that was that same kid. That was Shannon Ferguson, 6'4" senior, 185 pounds. So he just hit the ground first, I guess, huh?
So we're looking at the last 6 plays have all been great plays for Shafter. 3 plays on offense, touchdown, including the kickoff there. Then great coverage on their own kickoff. And now you got them in a 3rd and 10, and they've run about 10 seconds off the clock. And you haven't had to use any of your timeouts.
Right. Yeah, that may have been that touchdown may have turned the time. Looks like a handoff. Man, that kid's shifty.
Yeah.
See, that's number 3 again. Wow, he got all twisted up on that one.
So counter play there, double handoff from the double wing formation.
Justin Turner on that carry.
All right, that will run some clock, and now Shafter smartly uses their timeout. They're going to get the ball with plenty of time with their style of offense to play, probably about their own 40-yard line again.
Yeah, North's got to, they definitely got to punt this, and Shafter's going to have all kinds of time. They're going to be at the 35 or 40. We're in good shape.
And that's important for an offense. They don't have to do anything out of the ordinary. They just run their offense like they normally do without having to rush it. And, again, good job by Perucci and his staff conserving those timeouts until it's critical.
Yeah, that's he usually has timeouts left over at the end of the game. Let me see. It looks like Aguilar is going to be. Fun times around here.
All right, look for North High to try and place this ball to their punter's left. Judging by their formation, they got 2 gunners on that side, no gunners on this side. So if I'm Shafter, I'm going to try and return that thing back to the wide side of the field.
I think so, yeah. That snap was kind of high, but the punter, he got a hold of it.
Yeah, but he only kicked it in the middle, boy.
What's happening there? Oh, my goodness, the ball. Oh.
So one thing about that kind of loose ball, that ball's not dead when North touches it.
Right, that's why I was
that ball's dead when North
right?
possesses it. So if I'm the Shafter Generals, I'd have taken a chance on that thing and tried to scoop it because nothing bad can happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm up here throwing a fit. Nobody even seemed to notice that ball was loose.
That's called an illegal touch when you're running down covering it and the ball bounces off you. All right, 3:09 to go in the half. Yeah. Shafter down 7. This game can change in a hurry, can't it?
Well, it sure can. I mean, we're 1st and 10. We're close to the 50-yard line. I'm feeling good about this.
North High stays in their cover 0 look.
Let's see, Aguilar is going to throw it. He's got all kinds of time. Wow, that big old 78's loose. Oh, Aguilar's hanging on to it. He says, I'm going to take that thing and go with it. First down. Really easy.
Good coverage there by North. Had everybody covered as they tried to double move there.
Yeah, that's why he wound up having to hang on to it.
Yeah, but the magic of Aguilar, when you're playing man coverage and everybody's back is turned to the wall,
well, the thing
he scrambles.
Is, too, that kid is fearless. Nice little lateral pass over to Jackson Sanchez is loose now for a touchdown Shafter.
When we have 3 North High stars down on the play.
How does that happen? Did they run into each other?
I got to think they did.
Wow. Oh, man, he's limping. He hurt his ankle. What in the world happened? They got gopher holes out there or something? That kid, wow, that big kid, is that 44? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Gerald's out there talking to him.
And on a club that, again, plays a lot of guys both ways.
Well, you see, and 7's limping too. It looks like North might lose a couple of kids on this play. Oh, well, we're hoping that kid turns out all right. I'd like to thank Tony's Pizza for being one of our sponsors. They're another one of our local sponsors, and I got to tell you, that's some pretty good pizza they got down there. They've got some breadsticks that I start eating those, and I can't have them anymore because I'm on keto, but man, they're good. That might trade me off. So it looks like number 7, Alex Tejeda, getting carried off the field. He was limping. That other kid, he might have a break. He looked like he was in a lot of pain when he tried to walk.
Tejeda is a junior, 5'9", 165-pound DB. And when you're playing man coverage against such a good wide receiving core that Shafter has, boy, you lose one DB and you hope the next guy up, it's not the weak link.
You got that right. Okay, looks like he's off. It looks like he's up and running, literally.
And that's Tommy Maples, linebacker, senior, 5'7", 185.
Well, I think I know that kid. I think I know his parents anyway.
Glad he's up.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, he had a lot of pain in his face. Glad he's better. See, Baruch Valencia, he kicks it through the goalpost really easy. That's going to tie this ball game up 14-14 with just less than 3 minutes left in the half.
So 2 minutes ago, clock time, This was a 14-0 game, North High, and the Shafter offense had been stymied the whole time.
Right. You know, and when you said they might have time to score, I was going to be all cocky and say, shoot, they got time to score twice. I didn't know. Now I wish I would have.
Yeah, so again, having seen Shafter multiple times the last few years, you know that they've got power. Norm Brown's got a good defensive game plan, but I think Perucci just did the counter move here these last couple drives and found some plays that work.
Yeah, just found that right found that right rhythm. Well, this has just turned, the energy in this stadium has changed. The Shafter cheerleaders woke up. Half of them are at my house half the time, asking me to cook hot dogs at 2 o'clock in the morning.
All right, so Shafter had great coverage on the last kickoff, which was instrumental in them getting the ball back with time to score again. Let's see if they can do it again. I think the North High return guys need to catch this thing in the air.
Well, Marco Rodriguez is back to kick that thing, and he's going to see a nice big kick. He kicked it right to, well, that kid just ran into half of the Shafter defense before I could pick up his number. Number 20, it looks like. Yeah, number 20, Toro, on that return. He was brought down by Shafter's Hernandez.
So one thing we haven't seen a whole lot is James Johnson, the 6'3", 210-pound wide receiver, linebacker, defensive end, whatever he wants to be, running back for the Stars, catch a pass yet. And he was their leading receiver last year.
Well, he's been brutalizing the Generals the whole time on defense.
Well, right now he's on the bench. He's got his helmet off. Hope he's okay.
It's like 12, he faked a handoff, and then he got drugged down. There's a flag on the play that the White Hat threw.
Timing definitely off on that play for North.
Okay, let's see. I tell you what, I really like the reenactments better, but what's he going to say? Illegal motion? Illegal procedure. Against North, decline. It's going to make it 2nd and 14, looks like.
So, boy, in this last few minutes of play, not much has gone right for the North Stars.
You know, not much. Let's see here. Doughton takes a snap. He passes it off to number 8. We've been seeing him again and again. He picked up about 7 yards, it looks like. It's going to be Cole Fields. We've seen him a bunch tonight.
Yeah, and good news for the North High Stars. See, Johnson's off the bench, got his helmet on, standing by the coach, hoping to get back in the game.
That is good news. Maybe that's it's good news for North anyway.
Shafter uses a timeout. They're going to have one left. And again, if they get the ball back with 2 minutes to go, they still got time to obviously score again. We've seen them do 2 drives, scoring drives, each under a minute, I think.
Yeah, 2 minutes and a timeout is an awful lot of football.
So the question right now as a coach is, do you run the ball, force Shafter to at least burn a timeout, or do you risk a throw, which could get you the first down, but also would stop the clock on the incompletion?
Yeah, it's pretty tough to get Gerald to burn a timeout. He's pretty stingy with those things.
Yeah, I'm thinking, in this situation, though, I think he would burn one if they ran the ball.
Well, yeah, you'd have to. Well, he's got one to burn. Not going to run it this time. He's going to pass it to... Oh, man, he got pushed out of bounds.
So that worked out well for Shafter. They gave up the completion, but they knocked him out of bounds, which is going to stop the clock, bring up 4th and 3.
Yeah, Javier Campo on that drive.
Now, we did see Coach Brown go for it on a 4th and 3 before when they quarterback sneaked it 3 yards into the end zone.
That's right.
Looks like they're going to punt.
Well, it's awful late in the... Shafter's had a lot of luck in the last couple of minutes. I think I'd punt it too.
Well, the thing about Shafter is it doesn't matter if you give them an 80-yard field or a 40-yard field because they can score like that.
Right.
So that would be the argument against punting it. And last time, they ran this overload system, but the punter put it right in the middle. If this returner can field the punt, he's got a lot of room to his right to run.
Shafter's a pretty small team, but yeah, once those guys get loose, they're gone. Oh, Jackson, he's got to try to.
Great punt there for the Stars.
That was a really good punt. That was a good stick. I'd also like to give another shout out to Kern Schools for being one of our sponsors. Kern Schools is a great local bank. They got a lot of branches and provide a lot of good customer service. I have an account there, and actually almost everybody I know does.
All right, so the Northside Star defense, which was so stellar for the first quarter and a half, has been torched here the last few minutes. They're going to need pressure by Johnson to get them back on track.
Well, I guess that we're going to see what happens. Let's see if Johnson, wonder what was wrong with him. He's probably tired. He's been doing a lot of running this game. See, Aguilar's got the ball. He's going to hang on to it. He went through a big old hole. He only picked up a couple of yards. That'll make it second and something. It's like second and 8, maybe.
Yeah, Aguilar gave himself up, and North High Star hustling over there, inadvertently went down and kind of went head first, and tough break for the Stars to give up one on the play that, would have kept the clock running.
Right. Yeah, now it's 1st and 10, and they're closing the gap. Be 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. See what he does. Aguilar's going to throw it. Big old long pass. Oh, he threw it to Marco Rodriguez, who just missed it.
That was the same route they'd ran on a previous possession down here, running that corner route. Johnson trying the bull rush move on that one, and Shafter doing everything they can to keep him out.
Well, they're doing okay.
Score update, we got Frontier leading Ridgeview 14-13 at the half.
Let's see, he's going to take that snap. He's hung on to it again. He went right through the line, and he's off to the races. That's it. Aguilar's going to score a big fat touchdown for Shafter. Really easy. Oh, he was jogging down there. That's going to make it Shafter 20, and the North High Stars 14 with a minute 27 left in the first half.
And there we see the advantage. How many teams can run their quarterback on the option with under 2 minutes to play, in this kind of situation? But when you got a quarterback like that, breaks through the line of scrimmage, I know he runs about 500 meters.
Oh, yeah, once he gets loose, he's gone. Gone. Smoke and flames. Skid marks.
So Shafter scoring 20, maybe 21 points here in the last 3 minutes of play.
Well, we got Baruch Valencia back there to kick this field goal. I think it's probably going to go ahead and make that 21. Oh, real easy. It's going to make it 21 Shafter, 14 North Stars with a minute and 27 left in the first half.
Well, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. A tale of really 2 games in one here, where North High pretty dominant the first
quarter.
Yeah, first quarter and a half, really.
Yeah.
And then Shafter just coming to life
in the last 3 minutes, the last 3 clock minutes. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Well, I think Shafter maybe had 15, 25 yards of offense the first quarter and a half, and they probably put up about 225 in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot too. I'm trying to pick up the numbers on some of these guys back here so I can see what's happening.
North High's missing one guy on the front row of their kickoff return. You wonder, it might have been one of the players that got injured earlier.
Yeah, there he goes. He's going out.
Now we'll get a sub out.
Yeah, that's probably a guy that we lost. They lost. Okay, Rodriguez is going to line up for a big kickoff.
Low line drive, those are the most returnable.
Looks like Cole Fields on that return. He picked up about, 18 or 19 yards, it looks like. It's going to be 1st and 10 North on their own 27-yard line.
Excellent job by the special teams of Shafter.
I tell you what, these kids are brutes. I've seen them run and run and run at practice, and Gerald he He runs these kids, and they are tough, and they got a lot of wind.
Well, you're going both ways. You got to be conditioned. Jason Verrell, the special teams coach at Shafter, hats off to him for the good coverage units.
Yeah, he's a good coach. Let's see, Delton's going to take that long snap. He's looking for somebody to throw it to. He completes it to Cole Fields, and Cole Fields runs into, Aguilar, but he was brought down by Shafter's 54.
North's been going to that swing class pretty consistently here lately. They had a big play on it earlier.
Let's see if they can find that magic again. It's like 2nd and 7. Took about 3 yards on that. That Cole Fields, we've been seeing him a lot this game. Well, pass completed to that Johnson. Oh, he got tripped up. Looks like he picked up a first down, though. That kid is scary. I just saw him up close with my binoculars. I'd hate to have to defend that big old brute.
Yeah, looks like he spent some time in the weight room, that's for sure. All right, he got out of bounds there, but it is going to be 3rd and very short here.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was an easy first down. I guess so, yeah, 3rd and about a yard. Yeah, lots of time back there. They sure have a tough line there. He got a big old long pass off. Oh, man, he almost completed that pass to number 11.
Yeah, great call by Coach Brown there on a 3rd and 1. They max protected there. He ran an out and up route, and it's something that Highland was able to exploit a little bit on Shafter last year. Last week, the deep ball.
Number 11, Shannon Ferguson. I mean, he was inches away from having that ball, and he might have picked up another touchdown. That would have been nice for North to go into the half. They got 32 seconds left. See what happens.
Dotton did a good job putting that up high. This will be a quarterback sneak. Yep.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah, that looks like more than enough. That was plenty.
Yeah, you get the clock stopped on the first down. You know you're going to pick that up because of what you did earlier.
Yeah, they got at least one play, if not, and 2 if they did it right.
Well, you're going for first downs right now. If it's first downs will stop the clock. You can go long distance in high school football.
Yeah, you can. Way back, he had lots of time. Oh, he hung on. He got sacked. Yeah, Toten got brought down by Shafter's 56, Elijah Sanchez.
And that was really a good team effort there. All 4 guys got penetration.
Yeah,
there was nowhere for them to run.
Yeah, that's going to bring us to the half. The clock's still running. Yeah, that's going to make it halftime.
Now it's North High that looks a little worn down. We were talking about how Shafter might have looked a little worn down, but North struggling right now.
They definitely got themselves a little bit of a
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at goarmy.com/team.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
California's largest Buick GMC dealer, Motor City, has special holiday savings. Get 0% financing for 60 months on your professional-grade GMC Terrain. Plus, save $2,000 off MSRP. Drive away the 7-passenger Acadia SLT and Denali and save $5,000. With over 800 vehicles, you'll find your next car. Go online at MotorCityGMC.com for all the details. Welcome to the city, Motor City.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For
for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile. And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock at no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit. After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
A lot of more hands-on activity, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put everything together, like doors, cabinets. It's really fun, actually.
Yeah, well, It's really amazing to see their growth over the course of a year and how they can come in with no real skill at all and leave being able to actually produce furniture and cabinetry.
Houses need cabinets, businesses. Having a pool of resources or kids that have some knowledge in the industry would be real good.
Pull down on that. Let's slide these up. Watch fingers.
It's changed a lot. What I'm seeing here is what it's going towards. The CNC equipment, computers. I could actually build cabinets out of this shop. It's state of the art. It really is.
I am constantly looking for students that have been through these programs. It's always nice to have a person that has some experience. It's a lot easier to train. I think we're fortunate in Bakersfield that the Kern High School District has invested in a program like this. I would encourage other businesses to partner up with the Kern High School District like I've done here, because this really shows you what can be done if business comes together with the Kern High School District.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story, and then just sort of directing people in my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Pollard, since he's worked at so many companies, being able to put it in my resume and be like, this is the art direction I've received.
I was shearing my lamb for fair. I have 2 lambs.
This lamb is stubborn.
Taking care of animals is you feed them twice a day, make sure they have water, walk them, make sure they're ready for fair.
Vet science is the first year before you can actually go into animal science, and it's a lot of like hands-on with the different animals, and you get to learn different things such as giving shots, castrating, all that fun stuff. For me, wanting to be a vet when I'm older, it prepares me. All the stuff that I'm learning in ag is definitely going to help me.
I'm in ag communications. Anything that you see on the Facebook page is what we do, and pictures, and we do all the posters that are around campus, anything that just promotes ag.
Our students are all part of the FFA organization, and through that we have a chapter officer team. We do monthly chapter meetings because we're trying to get them involved outside of class. They can find something that they're interested in, and they need something that's going to hook them so that they're ready for life after high school.
In animal care, the students learn a variety of things, whether it's tools or terms. In the veterinary field, they learn about the skeletal systems, animal nutrition, the housing, how to properly care for them. They also have the opportunity in the spring to actually go work at a veterinary hospital or at an animal shelter or a grooming salon.
Animal restraint, weight and temperature, pulse, respiration, all of that I learned here.
They take a state certified test, and if they pass, they become a certified vet assistant right out of high school.
It's always hands-on, and so I think that's what really helps us, is that we're not just getting it from a textbook, we're actually doing these things, and we're actually practicing these things that we'll be doing in our future careers.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit. After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had a chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
We're in manufacturing engineering. We design parts, 3D parts, 2D parts, we create assemblies.
It's helping me get training in all of this stuff, like the computer programs that we have here, the machines that we have here. We learn a lot of math in here, mostly geometry and fractions, because I love math. That's why I'm in this class.
Mr. Lemmy, he's a great instructor.
So the problem is this piece itself.
He really goes hands-on with us. He helps us as much as we can. We've learned a lot from him.
Right now we're supplying students that are skilled in the safety, the basic operation of machine work, and then they also leave with some soft skills. They understand they have to be on time. They understand that they have to get up and talk to people. Most of them are walking out of here with a solid foundation in the entry level of a trade.
They can have a job anywhere they go because they have a basic understanding of what it's going to take to put products out that people are going to use.
Hopefully this is a good career for me. You know, end up doing something good, have a good life, and make some money.
Well, we're learning a lot, and especially with just the basic knowledge of what you would need for an entry-level job.
All the basic skills to be a medical assistant in a doctor's office or a clinic.
You're leaning on it, and that'll make a difference.
And then they also do on-the-job training, and they work in doctor's offices or clinics throughout Kern County. The kids are job ready, and many of them are employed before the end of the school year. They're promised a job, as well as they continue their education. We have many registered nurses out there and even physicians.
I'm thinking I want to be an anesthesiologist. So a lot of school, but it'll be worth it in the end. We're learning the different roles, what a game designer is, what they do, and how video games are made, and how to deconstruct them.
We're also going to be teaching the hard skills, which includes learning the Unreal Engine. And what the Unreal Engine is it's a game development tool that students will be able to use to make their very own video games. And this is something that actually industry professionals use every day to make some of the top selling games. They're all the same size. You're all on the same plane. There's no undulating terrain or anything like that.
Our instructor, he's really amazing. He encourages everybody.
With whatever you want to say. Talk.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
Well, that was a pretty exciting first half of football. The North kind of dominated for the first, quarter and a half, you guess, and then Shafter turned it up the last 3 or 4 minutes, and now it's 21-14 Shafter.
Yeah, you got to think that the North High fans were thinking, this Alex Aguilar, he's not all he's cracked up to be. But in those last 4 minutes of play, he showed why he's the most exciting guy in Kern County.
Tell you what, I was almost thinking that myself for a minute. But but he came through. Now we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, what we saw early on was North High dictating the tempo and the pace with their power running game, picking up key first downs. Johnson controlling both sides. He had a big run.
Yeah, he was. That kid was all up everywhere.
Yeah, offensively, he was consistently putting pressure. They picked off Aguilar early on, first interception he's thrown this year. And it just looked like Shafter couldn't get any rhythm. The receivers were dropping passes. Aguilar was overthrowing them. They couldn't run the ball.
Well, North kept mixing everything up and shifting guys every which way. And that was a tough first quarter of football, that's for sure.
Yeah, but then the last half of the second quarter was all Shafter. Offense, defense, and special teams. Shafter flat out dominated, put 21 points on the board to take the lead here at halftime.
Well, they sure did.
So now Coach Brown has got to get his squad going. I mean, these are kids that everything's going right. on a positive aspect, North hasn't turned the ball over yet, something that they've been real prone to do. 10 turnovers in their first 2 games.
That's true.
So that's a positive.
Well, they looked pretty defeated when they were walking off the field at the beginning of halftime.
Yeah, like I said, everything was going Shafter's way the last 2 minutes of that half, and led by Aguilar.
Well, let's see how the tempo of this game starts here in about 57 seconds.
So Shafter's going to get the kickoff here. So it's going to be critical for North to be able to, again, get a 3 and out. Because for whatever reason, when Shafter gets that first down, the offense just clicks on all cylinders.
Well, we're here at beautiful North High in Oildale, California. I'd like to thank the North High administration, Principal Mark Dodge, Assistant Principal of Instruction Gavin Bell. I feel like I know that guy. Assistant Principal of Administration Patrick Blake, the Dean of Students Melissa Rizzo, the Director of Athletics Brian Humes, and the Activities Director Allie Toy. Well, that's quite a name.
Yeah, and I got the privilege of knowing Mark Ball. She was an assistant principal when I was working at West High, and he's got a gem in Norm Brown as his head football coach. And you look around this campus and their facilities, and the basketball arena that they've got is just beautiful. So a lot of great things happening at North High.
Yeah, I've spent a little time around here for different sporting events, and North really does have a nice campus out here.
All right, North going to need to control field position, control Aguilar, 2 things that are easier said than done. This Shafter High team averaged 42 points a game last year. They're halfway there right now. They scored 40 points last week on a good Highland squad. They were down early in that one too, just 7-0.
Yeah, they were. I mean, that was looking pretty ugly there for a few minutes. Well, it was looking less uneven than other games.
Short kick into the corner.
Yeah, looks like Hernandez picks it up, and he's off to the races. Oh, man, he's catches some pretty good breaks. Looks like they brought him down just right around Shafter's 40. 60 yards to go for another Shafter touchdown.
So really good field position if you're the Shafter Generals. Did a good job of just attacking there. It looked like North High could have done a better job of breaking down for those tackles. A couple guys ran by the ball.
Well, that's a pretty good start to the first half for Shafter.
All right, so what adjustments does North do? We've seen them play in cover 0, and it worked wonderful for the first 4 or 5 possessions Shafter had, and it has not worked since.
Well, let's see what big old Johnson's going to do in there. Is he out there?
I think he's at the top.
Yeah, he is. Oh, Pedro's got the ball, and he's easy first down. He's crossing North's 40. He got brought down about the 33-yard line. It looks like that's a nice, big, healthy first down for Shafter.
So that was a shovel pass there. And one thing that you do against really good athletes is you run the option at them, which means you don't have to block them. Because if you try to block them, they're going to beat that blocker anyway. So you don't block them. You run the option at them, and you pitch off of them. And that shovel pass was really just an inside option type play.
Well, it worked out pretty good that time.
What a face mask going to tack on a few more yards.
A few more yards. Well, that certainly doesn't. That certainly probably is not going to put North in a very good mood.
All right, Shafter, they're going tempo. They don't huddle up.
Yeah, you know, they do that from time to time. Aguilar takes a snap, and he hangs on to it. He just ran right into the line, and it looks like he lost about 2 yards on that. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, that's the same play that he went the distance on earlier, just a quarterback power over there, but North squeezed it down, no hole to go through.
Well, if he gets loose, that's it. You can kiss him goodbye. He's a slippery one. 20 time. Pass completed to Jackson Sanchez. Looks like he picked up 7 yards on that. I'll bet it's going to be 2nd and 5.
And that was a completion that
Third and 6.
They were struggling on those slant routes earlier in the game.
Well, looks like they're working okay now. have
Ridgeview now leading Frontier 28-14 with 8 minutes to go in the third. That game was led by Frontier at the half.
Oh, nice little pitch to Pedro. Pedro got brought down hard by Norris number 44. You've been seeing that kid a lot.
That was that shovel pass again.
Didn't
work that time.
4th and 5. It looks like he just made it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if I'm Shafter, I'm going for it. It looks like exactly what Perucci's going to do here.
You got to. You're too close to it.
Watch for a hard count here, too.
Okay, he took the snap, and he looks like he threw it right to, oh, man. Oh, perfect. Rodriguez on that one.
Yeah, they've got the timing on the slant right now. And, you know, one thing when we used to run cover zero when I was at West, we would preach and preach and preach to our guys, no hitches, no slants.
Right.
Because those are the easier passes to complete. But if you play tight coverage and deny on the inside, they can't throw those.
That was a nice first down for Shafter. Let me see. Oh, you know, what I find with Alex is if you let him hang on to the ball too long, he's going to leave with it. These guys ought to figure that out. Looks like he picked up and closed the gap by about half.
Yeah, again pressured, but again he's a slippery little sucker out there.
Yeah, you give him too long to think about it, and he's just going to tuck that ball and run with it.
Yeah, you think about the problems that Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield and these other really good college quarterbacks give people. That's what you get from Aguilar.
Got a pass off, and whatever happened right behind this tower.
He went back shoulder. We'd seen him throw that earlier in the game, incomplete, but boy, the timing was right on there. The coverage was perfect, but that back shoulder throw is almost impossible to defend.
Well, I got to tell you, whatever happened right on the other side of that speaker. I didn't see it.
So Shafter picks up right where they left off. They go 2 minutes and 10 seconds to drive about 61 yards.
Once you light these guys on fire.
Yeah, watching the replay of that throw, you see the coverage is perfect. I mean, you can't cover anybody better, and that's what you get when you play really good teams. Is they make plays despite you doing everything perfect. And
well, Valencia is going to bring that up to 28-14. Shafter.
Well, this next drive by North High is critical. Okay, we saw Shafter down 2 scores earlier and wondered what they were going to do. Now North got the opportunity to show their mettle and what they're made of.
Well, Rodriguez is going to get that kickoff going, and we're going to see what happens. I would like to give a shout-out to Shafter's administration. Hey, Principal Russell Shipley, you know, that guy really just cares a lot about Shafter High, and it's a nice campus, and he does a good job.
I worked with him at Frontier. He's a great guy.
Russell's a great guy. Assistant Principal of Instruction is Mary Beth Beedling. The assistant principal of administration is Dave Boyd. I talked to him for about 30 minutes during the JV game. Just a really good guy.
I coached against Dave for many a year. He is a great guy.
Dave's got a kid that plays on the sophomore team, or on the JV team for Shafter. He's great. The dean of students is Valerie LeBrintz. She's super sweet. I'm actually kind of related to her. And then director of athletics, Brian Feaster. And the Title I coordinator, Mark Stinnett. Marco's going to kick off, and that was a nice kick. Let's see. What?
Shafter doing a great job of directional kicking. You put that ball in the corner, and North High can't set up their return. Again, this is, you know, he's held right at the 20-yard line, so great job of coverage by the Generals.
Josiah Toro on that return, and he just got snatched up really quick.
You know, one guy I think North is definitely missing is Chris Romero, 5'9", 180-pound running back. He's been on the sideline here. You know, he ran for 1,600 yards last year.
Oh, right.
All right, so North gives you a million different looks. They've been most successful when they've been able to run the ball inside. So let's see what they come out with. They're spread out in an empty formation here on first down.
Well, they're going to have to do something. It's going to be 1st and 10 around the 35-yard, right on the 35-yard line. He takes a snap, pass complete to that big old Johnson kid, but he got shoelaced and brought down just about 2 or 3 yards across the line of scrimmage, looks like.
And he's slow getting up.
Yeah, he is. Well, they got a hold of that. He's got an awful lot of leg on him, and it's hard probably not to get those guys to get a hold of that.
Well, I know he was banged up earlier in the year, yeah, and it looks like he's still suffering a little bit from that. But You know, big guy, he's a tough guy, doesn't want to go down with just one guy on him. So
Yeah,
he
well,
took some extra punishment there.
He's beefy too. He's you can really see a lot of muscle tone with these binoculars. Pass complete to number 3. Oh, he got hauled down by Aguilar, the quarterback. Just drug him down with like nobody's business.
Nice job tackling in the open field by the Generals. You know, I know a big pickup for them was Lucas Lucero, former head coach at Independence High, is coaching outside linebackers for the Generals now.
You know, he's a good guy. I was actually working for his uncle out at Grimway Farms a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he's a heck of a good coach, too. So to pick up a coach with that kind of experience as an assistant is hats off to the Shafter administration.
Gerald has done a really good job putting together his coaching staff. Pass almost complete to number 11.
All right.
No, we've been seeing him a lot. That's Shannon Ferguson. He's a 6'4" senior, 185 pounds.
Well, Michael Doughton a little slow to get up there. Took a big shot. He's kind of dragging himself off the field here.
Well, he's getting beat up a little bit. You know, just about everybody's getting beat up in this game.
You got 2 physical ball clubs. And, again, North is huge. Shafter's pretty big itself in some spots. Now, they've got some smaller guys up there that can give you fits, too, with their motors.
Yeah, there's a handful of there. Yeah, Shafter's a pretty small team. They're fierce, that's for sure.
Well, they got 42 Rafa Zunidio there, who's 6 foot, 175-pound defensive lineman.
Let's see what happened there.
Punted the ball out of bounds. Shafter looks like they're going to get it about the 31-yard line.
All right, let's see what they do with this. 8:10 left in the third quarter.
All right, so Shafter has scored 28 points with probably about 6 minutes of possession time.
Well, I'm seeing some morale problems on the north side of this field.
Well, sack, turnover, something like that. But again, you're going against Aguilar, who has turned it over once tonight, but he does a good job of protecting the football.
He's pretty good at hanging on to that thing. Let's see what's going to happen. He's going to take that. Oh, handoff to Pedro. That didn't work out very good for him. He ran right into number 78 from North, who's
Adrian Cruz. He's the sophomore, 6'1", 300-pounder, built like a fire hydrant.
He looks like every bit of 300 from up here, too. He's a big old bunch of kid.
And pretty nimble for that size.
Oh, I'll say. Yeah, Pedro didn't stand a chance when he ran into that brick wall. Oh, pass complete to Rodriguez. It looks like he closed the gap by about half. It's going to be he's going to make that 3rd and long 5.
And that slant has become the go-to play here for Shafters. They're finding some success here. A play that they struggled to complete in the first quarter and a half, but 3 for their last 3 on it.
Looks like Alex hang on to it. He got through the hole enough to pick up a first down. It looks like it's going to be real close.
It is going to be real close.
He's got it.
Looks like he got a favorable spot there.
First down Shafter, just about 7 yards shy of the 50-yard line. They're in pretty good position.
And here you see that tempo in play. You pick up that first down, you get on the ball and attack.
They like to do that. Looks like Aguilar's hanging on to it again, but that didn't work as well this time. He picked up a yard, and there's some flag on the play. I need to talk to that white hat, get him back into the reenactments. I like that.
So
personal foul against North. Sounds like a first down to me.
Yeah, that is going to produce a first down. I see. No wonder I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. 53 there.
Going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, for personal foul.
It's going to be 1st and 10 on
Bailey Willem.
41-yard line.
He's 5'11", 275. He was complaining about something, but I think they flagged him for whatever happened.
Yeah, it's like
when it rains, it pours.
Well, it sure does. Well, it looks like offsides against North.
So North's got to find their mojo again, man.
Yeah, that's gonna make it. That's gonna make it 1st and 5. And Shafter just fouls and passes and carries, just pounding down the field right now.
All right, North High showing lots of pressure on the interior. Shafter changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
Gerald, he's a master strategist. He likes to keep him guessing. Hey, Aguilar's going to pass it. He had a lot of time. Pass complete to Jackson Sanchez. Easy touchdown for Shafter. Well, that's for the next few minutes going to make that 34-14 Shafter.
Well, he got him on a hitch and go there. You know, they double moved him. When you're playing that man coverage, you've got to get the pressure to the quarterback before that double move can occur, because you can't really play that coverage more than 2.5 seconds maybe.
That's true.
Guy bit on the hitch, which you tell him no hitches, no slants. He bit on it and then went deep, wide open.
You just got to get that ball anywhere near Jackson, too, and he gets a hold of it and he's gone.
All right, again, these last 5 drives now for Shafter, I don't think any of them has taken more than a minute and a half to score on.
No, you know, that's the best kind, Swift. It's like Baruch's going to, whoa, being sneaky, come on. Oh, there's a flag on the play. I'm not sure what happened.
I'm guessing they had probably an illegal receiver downfield.
I'm guessing. Now, was that a mistake or was that planned?
No, he bobbled the snap there. So he was trying to make something good happen there, put the ball up in the end zone, but I think the lineman went downfield. I do have one final tonight, West High 42, Foothill 7.
Illegal man downfield. Shafter, you called it, Chief.
So West High improves to 2-1 on the season. Coach Derek Dunham over there doing a great job with the Viking program. School with a lot of history.
Okay, let's see if Valencia can do it this time. He's, yeah, that was real easy. That's going to make it Shafter 35. North High Stars 14 with 6 minutes and 24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
All right, North High sideline looking a little shell-shocked.
Yeah, I can't blame him for that. This is starting to look ugly.
But, North has shown, and with 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, they don't have to get into just pure pass mode. They can continue to run the ball and mix things up and get back in this. They just, boy, is their defense going to be able to stop Shafter? Something they were able to do successfully the first 5 possessions, but extremely unsuccessfully the last 5.
Well, I tell you what, those morale boosting touchdowns that Shafter's been scoring has really helped their tempo a lot. And the more they score, the slower North seems to move, and I can't blame them. That's kind of hard on the ego.
Sometimes when you got real big guys going both ways, that size body takes a lot of oxygen.
And I tell you, that's kind of what Shafter's got going for them right now. These kids are nimble and they're little. Okay, kickoff return. Oh, shoot.
Again, Shafter with great coverage.
Okay, that was, I didn't pick up his number. 20. So that was number 20, Josiah Toro. He ran into a brick wall named Chris Lindsay. And then he was hauled down by some of the rest of the Shafter guys. It's going to make North Stars 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
All right, so North now, they need to, get something going, get some consistency. They're in a heavy left set, kind of a hybrid. Looked like a little half a double wing, but now they spread them out more.
Handoff to number 8. Oh, he got hauled down by.
Yeah, fly sweep there. We saw him.
That's Cole Fields.
Get a big gain on that in the 1st quarter, but Shafter definitely played that real well.
Well, Jackson, the same kid that scored just now, is the one that tackled him. That's going to make it 2nd down and a pretty long 9 yards.
Yeah, and you look at Shafter. I mean, it's a club that suits up only 25 kids, but guarantee you they're about the 25 toughest kid at that high school because they're in shape. They play hard.
Like I said, I've conditioned with them once or twice, and they're pretty. I don't finish last, but almost. Oh, handoff to Fields again. Looks like, and he just got stopped up by. Looks like Marco and some other guys stopped him cold.
Well, that's an 8-yard pickup, though. Brings up 3rd and 1, so that's a successful play for North High.
Short one. That's like more like 3rd and 6 inches.
Oh, looks like they're moving the chains.
First down.
Favorable spot for them.
Not bad. Oh, looks like he's going to hang on. No, he got it loose. Pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, rolling out there to his right. You'd like him to get his shoulders turned a little bit better. Had to throw that ball a little across his body, which I think Coach Brown is talking to him about right now.
Tried to get it to, number 15, Gavin Short. He almost had it. Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 10 on the North's 32-yard line.
So Norm Brown coaches both the offense and defensive line, along with his head coaching duties over here, and he's the play caller. So be interesting. Usually when you coach the line, you like to run the ball.
I don't know him. But I've heard a lot about him, though, and he certainly is. He's certainly done a good job with this team. Okay, it looks like he's going to hang on to it, the quarterback, and he got pushed out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. But that's going to be a 6-yard gain. It's going to be 4 yards to go.
Yeah, a positive play on 2nd and long. You picked up more than half the distance for the first, so they're at a situation now they can run or throw. So you keep the defense honest.
Well, it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Ridgeview continues to lead Frontier after 3 quarters, 28-14. In the Bandy Manning Bowl there, 2 guys that worked together at Ridgeview High for a very long time. See if North High goes power football here.
Let's see what he did. Handoff. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, man, did you see that? That was number, what number was that? He got manhandled by Shafter's Jose Ortiz, that's for sure.
Yeah, again, North High is clearly the bigger team, but Shafter using slants and penetration up front there to cause them fits in some short yardage situations and made a huge stop. Now, if North High is going to have any chance in this game, they need to pick up this first down here. They go a spread formation on 4th and about 2.5.
That's a problem. That's an awful lot of displacement out there. Those North High kids are big, and I'll bet they're tired.
Shafter showing pressure, and Johnson just hitches up right at the sticks. Nice play by the senior.
Yeah, looks like a nice easy first down, just barely.
The best 3-yard completion of the night there.
Oh, man, that kid looks tired. Look at him walk across there. He is tired, and he is in a lot of pain. He's getting brutalized tonight.
Yeah, like I said, he wasn't 100% coming in, and
and he just delivered up a lot of fire in the first quarter.
But that was a huge play right there, picking up those 3 yards, keeping the momentum, keeping possession on a 4th down play. And again, you never know what North High is going to run, either formation-wise or play-wise, from one to play the other. They've got a lot in their arsenal.
All right, let's see what Dotun does here. It's like he pass complete. Oh, to number 3, Justin Turner got shoelaced.
And Aguilar with a great open field tackle there. That ball, I think, hit the ground, but I also think it was thrown backwards, which made it a live ball.
A little bit. That's right, so he could still hang on to it. That's going to make it 2nd and 12. I'd like to thank the U.S. Army for being one of our big sponsors tonight. If you need something to do with your 18-year-old kids that are cleaning out your fridge every night, send them to the Army. That's what I plan to do. Oh, Dotun, go! Oh, man. How is that not a...
So now North High, a little bit of case of the drops there.
Yeah, a little bit.
So 3rd and long for them. You know, I'm thinking you're in a situation here where if you can get man coverage on one of your big receivers, you take a shot. We saw him throw deep a while ago on a 3rd and short, but you still got man coverage on 3rd and long. And
you see Doughton fakes a handoff, and he's got a lot of time, ton of time. Looks like he's going to hang on to it, and there he goes. He just got missed. He gets tripped up by Pedro, and that's going to be real close to a 1st down.
And I really like the way Doughton finished that run. Now, he didn't end up with the 1st down, but he got every inch out of that play that he could.
Did, and he had a couple of good dodges there, too. Man,
and we're about to see a quarterback sneak here.
That is real close. That is 4th and inches. And they've got there. No, he pitched it. He pitched it to, was that Cole Fields? No, it was number 3. He pitched it to Justin Turner. Picks up a 1st down pretty easy. That's going to be 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
So the first time in over a quarter now we've seen North with some momentum as they picked up several 1st down, made some 4th down conversions. Now they step into their double wing.
Seeing a little pitch there. It looks like
you watch that double wing offense, and after that quarterback tosses the ball back there on that power play, he lead blocks.
Man, you see that
for it.
75 walking around there? It looks like I could fit inside that kid twice. He's huge. How big is he?
That's Mason Partain, 6'3", 315-pound senior.
He's a brute. Oh, looks like 14. Look at him just spin and go. Flag on the play.
I think there might have been a face mask there.
Gavin Short, I mean, there was something. That was like a train wreck.
I think that was a spinning ball of butcher knives going through there.
That's what it looked like. I'm hoping to see the White Hat reenact that one. That was his flag. multiple flags there, I think, for the same thing. It looked like a pretty obvious face mask.
Here it comes. Oh, personal foul, face mask. That's exactly right against Shafter. Well, that's an easy first down.
Yeah, you know, one thing, preaching, North High's down 21 points here, but they are in range to score. And when you're talking to your team about coming back, playing against a team with tempo, sometimes the tempo team's at a disadvantage because they're used to going so fast they don't murder much clock.
Right, yeah, that's there's still a lot of football game. That ball's loose, and it looks like Pedro got it.
And this was what killed North High the previous 2 weeks, inside the red zone, turning the ball over.
You've been talking about it the whole game. That was Pedro Avila with that fumble recovery.
Michael Doughton there trying to pound the rock inside and forgot rule number one, which was hold on to it.
Hang on to that ball. That's going to be 1st and 10 on Shafter's 9-yard line, so they got a lot of football field to cover.
Wow, that was a 70-yard drive by North. But, again, they're the best team in town going from 20 to 20. But just finishing drives has been an issue this year.
Well, that's really a really important trick. It's kind of an important part of the process. Okay, takes a snap. Pass complete to Rodriguez, who's he shook off 3 or 4 of them. Man, he is just under a host of North High Stars defense right now, but it looks like he picked up 6 or 7 yards.
Stars definitely trying to grab that football out of there. Good job hanging on to it.
That's a good spot to have it too, right toward the end of the football.
All right, now Coach Perucci could let this clock run out. And go into the fourth quarter with a 21-point lead, but they're all gas, no brakes.
I don't think he's going to do it. Well, Aguilar hangs on to it. No, he's in a big hole. That's probably going to be another Shafter touchdown.
There is a flag down.
Flag on the play. Well, let's see whose penalty it was because Alex is long gone.
It's thrown in the range where you would expect a holding call. Yep, and the umpire just signaled holding.
It's like holding against Shafter. So that's going to cost them that touchdown, but I don't think it hurts us too much. That's going to be the end of the third quarter.
Well, the quarter can't end on the penalty there, so they're going to come back. Now Aguilar's got to go back the 80 yards that he just ran over here, and conditioning got to be a little bit of a factor. Even though I know the kid's in great shape, but he's playing corner quarterback, and you just can't run too many 80-yard sprints full speed and be 100%.
You can. It's hard. I mean, these kids have been pushing both sides. I mean, these North kids are there's more of them, but there's a lot of football happening down there, and I'll bet everybody on the field is tired.
I do have an update from Liberty and Clovis West, with Liberty leading 20-0 just before halftime. Liberty last week put the shutout on a good Ridgeview team, so that Liberty defense is for real.
Looks like he picked up a pass complete to to Marco there. He got real close to a first down. If that isn't a first down, I'd be surprised. It's close.
We're going to be taking a break here just before the fourth quarter starts.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution.
All right, back on the air here, and Aguilar faced with the 1st and 10, and North gets pressure, something they haven't done in about 2 quarters.
Yeah, that was most of a sack. They're way behind the line of scrimmage.
Now again, Shafter and Coach Perucci's philosophy is all gas, no brakes. A 21-point lead in the 4th quarter. Some teams are just going to pound the ball into the line, go 3 and out and punt. Coach Perucci is looking to accelerate.
Well, you know, it's hard to get accused of running the score up when you only have 1 string, too.
Right, they got 25 kids, and really, hey, teams have come back from more than this before. So this game is still in doubt. Now, I'm of the opinion when the game is out, I'd like to get my 2nd string quarterback some snaps, especially when my starting quarterback plays corner also on defense.
Right, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it can be very scary, and you'd hate to be up big in a game and lose your quarterback when you didn't, needlessly.
Right.
But this game is not out of control yet. North's got some big play potential.
There's a lot of there's almost 12 minutes of clock left. Shafter's 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line, but there's still a lot of football left. All right, Aguilar hung on to it and snuck through a hole right in the middle of the line and picks up a 1st down real easy.
Aguilar's vision is so good there. That option play, he's reading that guy, but he's been cutting that thing back inside, taking advantage of North overplaying it.
That is a fast decision that you got to make, too. Yeah, 1st down Shafter on their own 45-yard line, but I suspect they're going to cross the middle point here pretty quick.
I've got to think Aguilar is in about the 150-yard rushing range or something like that with an 80-yarder called back.
I got to think Aguilar must have some kind of lung capacity because he just doesn't seem to be tired. Oh, pass complete.
Wow.
Almost complete to Marco Rodriguez. Almost.
That was a great throw.
Oh, and yeah, that was definitely Marco's fault. But, hey, that's all right. 3rd and 10, 45-yard line. I'd like to thank Motor City GMC. Not only can you get your GMC there, you can get Lexus, Buick, I think, too. They're super friendly. Okay.
That's an incompletion. That's not a fumble.
It made it over the.
That was a shovel pass again, so it simply dropped.
Well, that's kind of trouble.
Now, North High's got the decision with Johnson here. He hasn't been playing a whole lot of defense here lately. Obviously, they need him to try and put points on the board offensively, but this is a situation I think I'd try to get him back in the game because 3rd down, man, give me what you got coming off that edge because you're different. They better call a timeout or they're going to give him free 5 yards.
Well, that Shafter line looks tired, let me tell you.
What happened there?
North High was trying to get a defender on the field and off the field, and they substituted too late.
And they've been having a
Trying
lot
to
of
get the
trouble
big guy
with that this week.
off the field there. And, he didn't make it. He had about 5 yards to go.
I don't feel like I've seen this many personnel issues in in a game on one side or the other.
Well, again, a lot of it is caused by Shafter's tempo. They don't huddle up. They don't give you time to substitute. You
Yeah.
got guys that are tired. You want to get them out.
They don't even give you time to think. Well, that was a pretty easy sack on Aguilar by.
He might have brushed the face mask though, and that might be what that flag is
Maybe.
for. Could be a hold.
Well, I mean,
looked like he called hold. They're going to decline that because of the sack. Bring up 4th down.
Holding, Shafter. Decline. You called it, Coach. Well, it's going to be 4th and
4th and about 15.
yeah, it looks that way. What are you going to do? What are you doing if you're Perucci? You going to try to run it?
No. They're going to punt this ball on 4th and long here.
Yeah.
You got a 21-point lead. Make them
Right, you
go
don't
the distance.
Don't want to do anything dumb.
North isn't quite as explosive offensively as Shafter. I don't think they can, score in 15 seconds like Shafter can. So make them work a little bit. At the very least, they have to grind some clock to get their points.
Well, every grind of the clock is a grind of these poor, tired kids down there. Let me tell you, I've got binoculars up here, and their faces are showing it.
Wow.
That's a nice punt. Oh, and a really good bounce.
You got to get up there and field that thing.
Right there, the 20-yard line. That's going to be first and.
North had a few guys there that looked like they close to blocking that thing. That would have been a game changer.
Yeah, it sure would have. Just a little over 10 minutes left to go in this game. I'd like to thank Tony's Pizza for being a sponsor. They've got locations everywhere. They've got one in Shafter. They've got several in Bakersfield. And you want to just talk about some really good pizza. And they have a really decent salad bar, too, I got to tell you.
Yeah, they do a great job of supporting this program and the football players in this community.
They really do. That's a great – and Tony's a great guy, too. Looks like a quick little handoff to number 1, brought down by all kinds of generals, headed by Jackson Sanchez. Oh, that was number 8.
All right, so if I'm North, you can still run the ball a little bit, but you're probably doing it to set up some kind of play action pass.
Well, yeah, they got to get on the other half of the middle of this field if they're going to do anything.
You're still getting man coverage by Shafter.
Man, that line is just huge. Looks like a little pitch to number 3, and he picked up, he closed the distance by half, so it's going to be about, probably 3rd and 3. Yeah, they can still play this right. There's they're
going to need to get some plays in chunks. I don't think they're going to be able to stay in the double wing here. They might go play action on this down.
Well, they're just pounding down the field right now, so it looks like a nice, successful pitch to number 14. He got drug out of bounds, but not before he got a first down.
Yeah, and the side judge there waved his hand there to say that they will start the clock once the chains are moved here.
So for the record, that 14 isn't on the roster. I don't know who he is. Yeah, nice first down for North. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line or 34.
All right, and the clock is running. Unbalanced line to the right.
Yeah, they had a lot of success with that early. Okay, so Toten throws that ball long to 33. Man, that was real close to pass interference, but it wasn't.
It looked like he was hanging on in the back shoulder pad there a little bit, wasn't it? But they got a better view than we do.
Yeah, Michael Hunter on that near miss. That could have been a game changer, too, because he's a big old wide receiver, and if he had the momentum, he could have gotten loose at his coverage.
All right, 2nd and 10 for the Stars, and they stay in a variation of the double wing.
Okay, there's 14 again, that nameless runner. He's going to hit a big hole. He might score a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. He just got wrapped up and wadded up, thrown down by Shafter's 34, Felix Chacon.
Well, North doing a good job. Picked up a couple first downs now. Sure Shafter's going to take a timeout. Good timeout by them. Settle their defense down a little bit. The ball is out of bounds, so you don't lose any clock time because of it.
Right. You know, if Gerald's going to use him, he's going to use him right, I think. I'd like to thank Kern Schools Federal Credit Union for being a sponsor tonight. I'd also like to thank Shafter High's athletic director, Brian Feaster. I didn't get to mention him much earlier, but he's the one that that put me in this spot up here, and I really appreciate it because he, I just really am in love with the sound of my own voice, Rich.
Well, you're doing a great job. Welcome to the show. All right, so each coach here, I think, if I'm Shafter, I'm saying, hey, if they're going to keep running the ball, that's fine. They may get some yards, but we're not going to give up the home run. Let's, again, make them work the clock. If they score with 4 minutes to go, that's still a win for Shafter because they're 3 scores down.
Yeah, if Shafter, and that's what Shafter's really got going for them. I'm starting to see these kids are wiry and they're tough and they got a lot of wind. And they go against these big giant kids. That's a lot of meat to move up and down the field. It's got to be tiring. Oh, nice. Oh, man, Pedro almost snatched that right out of the air. That's going to make it 2nd and 10, that incomplete pass.
The Stars trying to get a double move out of that, but they got a little pressure on the quarterback. And lucky for the North Stars, that wasn't intercepted.
Well, it seemed like they just had all kinds of time and early on in the game. Those poor kids are just getting tired.
Well, Shafter is bringing a lot of pressure. They're slanting their defensive linemen up there, and again, most big guys will tell you they'd rather go against another big guy than a fast guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I used to be a big guy when I was in high school, and those little wiry ones are the ones that gave you the most trouble until you could really smack a hit on them and, get them to slow down a little. Oh, man, they put a bunch of pressure on him.
Well, you got Rafa Zumidio, who lined up about 5 yards outside the tackle. Smart move for a guy who's not real big himself. He's 6'175". And then the rest of the Generals snuffed out the screen. So that was designed to be a screen pass.
Big old Colby Miller at 6 feet, 215 pounds. He drug him down. What's that, 3rd and 25 now?
Yeah, so again, Shafter's got all bases covered there. Now I would think that you're going to see their DBs play off a little bit. We say, hey, give them a dime, don't give them $1 here. You'll give up a 10-yard completion, but don't give up the home run ball.
Awful long. So Doughton's way back to get that snap to give him a lot more time.
All right, and Shafter is not going to take my advice. Again, hey, they know what they're doing.
Well, they're trying to.
They're going to play up tight here, and everybody's within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Okay, nice pass complete to number 14, the guy not on the roster.
You know what that looked like? They were trying to set up a hook and lateral there.
Yeah, it did kind of.
The timing was just kind of off.
Well, he picked up 7 or 8 yards on that. Not too bad.
We won a game my junior year of high school on that play. Beat Rigetti High when John Chaney pitched it to Sheldon Canley, who went 60 yards for a touchdown with 17 seconds to go. Interesting enough, Sheldon Canley, who got drafted by the 49ers, ended up playing Canadian football with Coach Brown.
So it looks like we got a timeout, North. What are they going to talk about? They're going to try not to punt it, I guess.
No, yeah, you're going to go for it here.
You have to.
It's your only chance to win the game.
I mean, is there really a difference between Shafter having the ball on the 30 and Shafter having a ball on the 50? Or not really?
And really, hey, there's W's and there's L's. The point differential doesn't matter a whole lot. You got to do what gives you the best chance to win, and this is really their only opportunity to win. It's 4th and 17 here. I got to think that they're going to try and go to the.
Oh, they have to. They have to. There's not enough football left to punt this and see what Shafter's going to do with it.
Well, and you got 6'4", 185-pound Shannon Ferguson, who is one of the best athletes in town here.
Yeah, we've seen him a bunch tonight.
With his size, I'm going to go 50. You can get a one-on-one matchup the way the Generals are playing defense here, and I'm going to think that my tall guy can at least get a 50-50 ball.
All right.
He's split out wide down low here.
Let's see if your crystal ball is right. I think you're probably right. Okay, long snap there. Let me see what Doughton does. I think he's going to throw it to that 14 kid. No, maybe not. He's looking the other way. Oh, man. He almost got sacked, and that ball went wobbly. And it's going to make it Shafter's first down on North's 42-yard line.
Pressure changes everything. Everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
That's trouble.
And a great job by Shafter getting pressure. And what they're doing, they're splitting Zumidio out so wide there that
the North High offensive lineman's size becomes a disadvantage because they can't backpedal as fast as he can run forward.
Right.
He didn't get the sack there, but the pressure caused the incompletion.
Well, and one's as good as the other.
All right, I think North is going to try and put the dagger in the heart right now. They're going to go full throttle and try to get another score on the board and ice this thing.
Oh, Shafter, you mean?
Shafter, thank you.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, well, you know, that was a pretty good handoff to Pedro there. It looks like he picked up about a couple of yards. Not a ton, but.
Well, Pedro's, you know, they've done a pretty good job of containing him tonight.
Well, I don't know, but he's been a pretty constant presence on, like we've seen him a lot tonight. But
both offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's averaged 13 yards a carry, which is what he came in averaging.
Well, you know, this has been a tough field tonight. That's a soggy field out there. Aguilar on the keeper, enough for the first down.
Again, North High trying to substitute versus a team with tempo, and they got caught running guys in and out again. I think they got them off the field, so they only had 11, but they weren't in position.
Sure.
But I think Shafter probably got called for a hold here.
Well, let's see.
They're backing up like they did.
Oh, here he comes. Let's see what he says. Do we know that guy's name, that white hat? Holding. Shafter. Second down. Second and 17. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Good snap. Plenty of time. Pass complete to Jackson Sanchez. He gets drug out of town, out of bounds, but at just about the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up third and 9.7 yards.
And Shafter's consistently been able to hit that hitch for 6 or 7 yards at will.
Plenty of time. Pass falls incomplete. I guess it was intended for Marco. He had some pretty good coverage on him by North High's number 20. Josiah Toro.
I don't see a punt team coming out, so it looks like Perucci has decided to go for it here.
I mean, there's only 6 minutes left.
Punting the ball is not something Shafter enjoys doing. They're going to go for the jugular here.
Well, look at them. They're already on the line. They're ready to go. Let's see, Aguilar's got the ball. He's got plenty of time. He's going to tuck it and hang on. Oh, he threw it. Oh, interception. Interception by North High's number 11.
That's Shannon Ferguson. Got it. He's the one that intercepted him in the first quarter. So second interception tonight. That one coming on fourth down. We always tell our quarterback, hey, don't take a sack on fourth down,
Right.
Attack, because they actually gained 10 yards on that. Shafter did with the interception, because if it had been incomplete, it would have been on the other side of the 40.
That kid's hard to play with. He's 6'4". I mean, that is a lot of smelly teenage kid that you got to try to work with there, and that's hard when they get tall like that. They got a lot of reach.
Yeah, I got a 6'4" kid at home myself, and he eats everything there is.
I'm telling you what, I'm 6'4" when I stand on a chair.
Johnson back in the game at receiver down low here. They've been resting him some.
Well,
so
that might change this up a little. Pass complete to Ferguson again. It didn't quite pick up a first down, but he got awful close to it.
Second and short, but that clock is running. Now, North is not a team used to not huddling up, but it looks like they're getting in and out decently quick.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to really get something going here if they're going to pull this game out. You see, Doughton's got the ball. He throws it complete to number 3, who gets poleaxed by Marco Rodriguez.
I think he's going to get called for helmet to helmet, though. We could hear that hit up here, and obviously the helmets collided, and that's a point of emphasis for these officials.
That wasn't a big deal when I was in high school. Yeah, that looks like they. Sure enough, I'm sure it wasn't on purpose.
Well, yeah, I mean,
15 years ago, that's a great open field tackle.
Why is that flag flying right now? Is he talking trash?
I'm not sure. I know Carucci wasn't real happy with the first call, and I don't know if that flag was on him or not. He was on the field disagreeing with the call, but the side judge from this side threw that last flag.
Oh man, he's Gerald's got that look in his face. He's not very happy with something.
I'll have to ask him what he said at our Bible study at J&M's.
He's probably said, "Hey ref, do you think you can tack about 50 yards onto my run here?"
All right, so if North High's got any life to go here, they can score in about the next minute and 19 seconds. And solid highlights of BYU coming back over SMU in the 1980 Holiday Bowl. Scored 20 points in the last 4 minutes of the game. That was when Jim McMahon was over there, and SMU had Eric Dickerson and Craig James in the backfield.
Well, we certainly got enough time for that left in this game. I'd like to see North come to life a little bit, make this exciting. All right, party time. Doten's back to take the snap. He got the snap. He's got all kind. Oh man, he's got a lot of pressure. Long ball gets thrown out there to. He was intended for number 11, who he had double coverage.
There was certainly contact out there. I think they're saying that it was incidental, but.
Well, I would say that too. I saw it pretty close to these glasses. That was almost pass interference, but not quite.
Shannon Ferguson's definitely the guy that is their primary deep threat, but watch for Johnson up top too.
That Johnson, he was around a lot at the beginning. I think he might be. Let's see, Doten on a line drive pass that gets broken up.
Yeah, that was to Johnson. He had some space there. Quarterback put it in a good spot, but
Felix Chacon wrecked that for him.
Yeah, Johnson let the ball get into his body and ended up dropping it. Something that he doesn't do often. Last year he had over 700 yards receiving.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure what happened to him. He was pushing really hard and just brutalizing Shafter for the first quarter, and I think he overcommitted and got himself tired.
Well, I think he's got some pretty tender ankles too.
Well, yeah, he's a big, long, lanky kid. Okay, Doten taking his time on that. He's pass almost complete to number 14, the guy not on the roster.
Yeah, quarterback did a good job, directed him to go deep. Might have been able to run for a few yards there.
Well, Isaac Enriquez was all over him. He just didn't give him an inch to even try to catch that ball.
Well, Enriquez has been doing a really good job of covering all night long. These guys, are on an island. You hear Revis Island because you just put him by himself. He's been on that island, and locking down good North High receivers all night long.
Right. Let's see here. Yeah, they're sucking a lot of wind down there. Everybody on that football field is tired.
This is where Shafter's been dialing up pressure consistently. It looks like they've got 6 guys coming right now.
Pass intended for Johnson falls incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on down. Shafter's going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, sometimes you see a team put pressure on first down, put pressure on second down, then they play off on third down and give up a first down on that kind of play. Shafter's MO is, hey, we're gonna pressure you all night long. You're not going to be able to predict where it's coming from, and that's been pretty darn successful.
Don't forget to think about our sponsors when you're looking to get a bank account. Current Schools, buy a truck or a Lexus or a Buick, Motor City. Get rid of your smelly teenage kid, the U.S. Army, or have some pizza and the best in town from Tony's, that's for sure. Okay, Aguilar, he pitches it to Pedro. Pedro runs and gets drugged down just about shoot real close, probably about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Throwing the ball, but a safe throw there by Shafter, that shovel pass.
Well,
they've run that 3 or 4 times
that's been
today.
Working for them all night.
2nd and short, let that clock run a little bit.
Well, that clock's been
I don't know why it stopped exactly right now.
I don't think it started. I thought it was 4:32.
Oh, there was a penalty there. Sorry, missed it.
Well, that's going to be good enough for a Shafter first down.
So far this season, the Generals have beaten up on the SEYL.
Well, they sure have, haven't they?
Beat Miramonte handily. Beat Highland in a really good game. And look like they're going to come out on top versus a good North High squad.
They're going to have to make some pretty serious mistakes to not come out on top of this one. Look at Shafter with their uneven offense, too. Oh, man. I didn't even see who got a hold of that.
Yeah, Avila on that carry there.
Oh, was that Pedro again? God, he's a workhorse.
2nd and 4. North is likely going to end up 0-3 after tonight, but I got to think they're going to make some noise. They've got some talent.
Oh, they got a bunch of big, strong, tough kids. I wonder why this Johnson's still on the sideline. Something's up with him.
Well, I think Coach realizes that this game might be out of reach, and he's got a lot of season left.
That's a pretty good point.
I know coming in, he'd been battling injuries. They're trying to get him to 100%. We know, if you see standing right next to him is Chris Romero, their running back, who's out too. So there's a lot of firepower on the sideline right now. I think they're going to make a run late like they did last year and be real competitive again.
Well, it really doesn't matter until you get to the season anyway. So, and Aguilar has just got all kinds of time. Oh man, what a catch! Was that a touchdown? That is Shafter's Isaac Enriquez.
Same guy that's been playing such a good job at corner. Could be a candidate for Tony's Pizza Player of the Game.
Could be. He's done a really good job. What was that? What happened? Was there a flag?
An eligible receiver might have cost him a pizza.
May have. Who do you blame for that, the coach or the quarterback?
I'm not sure.
I'll buy that kid a pizza. It's like 1st and 15, so probably a holding call or something, huh?
I think they called an eligible receiver downfield.
Oh, that's right.
But it is 1st and 15. 3 minutes to go in the game. The clock is running.
Oh, pass complete to, was that Sanchez? Well, it sure was. Didn't pick up a ton there, but definitely moved it a little bit.
Yeah, and that Jackson Sanchez, he's just a junior, so he's got another year left.
Yeah, and a nice kid, too. He helped me move. He's a really good kid, and he just does whatever you ask him to do, and he does it to the best of his ability.
He had
just
900
like a lot
yards,
of these other kids.
Yeah, 900 yards receiving last season as a sophomore. So.
Yeah, he's a really good kid. That's very clearly number 51 across the line on that. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Well, any way you can get it. We've got a little less than 2.5 minutes left in this game. They're going to be 2nd and 3.
Clock is running as Shafter's getting some substitutes in the game.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Aguilar. Okay, so something happened here.
Well, I think they're calling pass interference. And you see Shannon Ferguson over there raising his hands thinking, I should have been getting that call a couple times tonight.
It sounds to me. So that was pass interference against North, huh? That'll be for a Shafter first down.
That is a Shafter first down. Our score is 35-14. And I just got an update that Ridgeview beat Frontier 35-14 tonight.
I got to tell you, Rich, this game is starting to move toward unwinnable for North.
Yeah, I think if Dandy Don were up here, he'd be singing "Turn Out the Lights."
Or Rick Stricker, you know that guy? Turn out the lights. Timeout by North.
All right, and North obviously pride-wise, they don't want to give up 40 points in this thing. Shafter averages over 40 points a game, and they're going to keep battling.
Well, I got news for you. North has done better than the last two teams that have come up against Shafter.
Yeah, that Highland game, Shafter had two or three great goal line stands that really proved to be the difference in that game, because that was really evenly matched in a back and forth contest. Two very well coached teams last week, and again, I'm impressed with this North High team. They had things rolling there in the first part, but boy, Shafter shows you that, man, they got lightning in a bottle in Aguilar.
Well, they sure do. It's always scary to watch him out there on defense too.
Yeah, he's made good plays on both sides of the ball, as a lot of the generals have.
Hey, Aguilar takes a snap. Oh, he hangs on to it. He's going to score a touchdown real easy, Shafter. That's going to be Shafter 41, North High 14.
Yeah, he just, boy, he's so good at reading those holes there in that, running that option. So many things he does well. He has turned the ball over twice tonight, which is the first time he's done that all year.
Yeah, first and second.
But virtually unstoppable here since the middle of the second quarter.
Yeah, Shafter really turned it on. Well, let me see if Valencia can get this one through the goalposts. I'm sure that's something he can do. Baruch right through the goalpost. It's going to be good. That's going to be Shafter Generals 42 points. North High Stars 14 with just 1 minute and 57 seconds left in this football game.
And that's Shafter scoring the last 42 points in a row in this game, in a game they trailed 14-0.
That is quite a comeback. Well, these North High cheerleaders sure have a lot of energy. They're running around like ants down there the whole game.
Well, again, like you said, the league play hasn't started yet, and that's where North High really came alive last season. And again, I think they're really talented. It looked like there for a second that they might be the dominant team in this game, and
I was believing that for just kidding. I wasn't believing that, but it was starting to look kind of weird there for a few minutes. Most of the cross-country team is at my house right now. I think they might be gone already, but they've got to meet tomorrow at McFarland. I'd like to wish them luck while I've got the mic.
Well, if you're running at McFarland, you're running with some pretty good kids.
That's for sure. Got a big old kid. Well, that's number 20. We've seen him a bunch tonight. Josiah Toro. It's going to be North High first down on the 35-yard line. We've got quite a bit of field to cover, and they might be able to score another one. They're still pushing really hard down there, even though they're probably not going to win at this point.
Yeah, they're going to work on their 2-minute offense here, try and pick up some yards and some other points. Shafter still looking to bring pressure. We'll see if they send 4 guys, 5 guys, 6 guys. They've been mixing it up pretty good on defense.
Well, yeah, and they're still rearing to go. They just got an offsides call. Well, looks like Goden's going to keep it, and he gets forced out of bounds by Shafter's. Going to be Rafael Zamudio. We've seen him a couple of times tonight.
Oh, boy. North High gets another personal foul called on him. That's got to be about 100-plus yards and penalties.
What's happening down there? You think they're just getting frustrated?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's frustration. You know, they come into this game, high expectations, trying to break the 2-game skid that they were on and start out hot and then just
then turn it into a 3-game skid.
Yeah. Again, like I mentioned earlier, when it rains, it pours.
Well, and we're in the middle of a drought.
All right, so back to 1st and 10. And they're going to let them get away with that flinch.
Oh, man, big sack. Oh, ball's loose. Uh-oh, who's got all their bubble? That ball's everywhere. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be a recovery by Shafter's Andres Denise. He was at the house the other night, too. Really nice kid. Bonus points for him.
Yeah, and again, you see Shafter's not going to lay off and play some loose zone coverage. They're going to keep bringing pressure all night long, not let your quarterback get comfortable no matter what time it is in the game.
Hey, you can't show mercy, just like the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Little Princess Bride reference there.
Oh, yeah, it's a really good movie. See, and you knew right where that came from, so obviously you're a fan, too.
Oh, yeah,
Can't fool
classic.
me.
All right. Favorite play right there. We're just going to take a knee and end this thing.
That's what it looks like. Hey, look at that. Showing mercy right after I said that.
Well, he realizes they can run the rest of the clock out now. They've proven their point.
Yeah, but they usually don't do that.
They did it last week too. Once
so.
the game was in hand, they had the ball in Highland position and elected to kneel on it.
Well, I think I can put these binoculars away.
He's just going to wait for that back judge to start signaling, and then he'll snap the ball.
I'd like to thank our sponsors one more time, the U.S. Army, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, Motor City GMC, and Tony's Pizza. Really good pizza. That's looks like it's going to be the end of this ball game. There's 30 seconds left. Shafter High Generals 42 points. North High Stars 14, and that's going to be the end of this football game.
Big win for the Generals.
Yeah.
Again, proving their point.
So the Generals going to week 4, 3-0.
Coach Perucci had said he wanted to own the east side of Bakersfield, and it looks like he's done that.
So far, so good.
We'll be coming up with Tony's Pizza Player of the Game here in a minute. Quite a few contenders for that honor. Maybe the highest honor in sports.
I would say so, in Kern County sports anyway.
Yeah, 42-14. Ooh, that air horn gets me every time.
Every single time. Aren't those against the rules?
That's a big old diesel, too, coming at you.
Tell you what, last year at Shafter's playoff game, they had an air horn.
As soon as you guys get set up, I'll swing around.
You're hot, too. Your mic's on.
Sanchez good one, too. Yeah, Jackson Sanchez. Yeah, I think Jackson Sanchez, because he's big game both sides of the ball.
lot of football around here tonight. It was quite a lot of surprises in this game.
Yes, it was, with North High jumping out to a 14-0 lead, and then Shafter storming back, scoring the last 42 points of the game.
I think the key is being a little smaller and in pretty good shape. I'm telling you, Ferrucci conditions the heck out of those boys out there. I've seen it.
Yeah, I think conditioning came play. So we got our Tony's Pizza player of the game.
We voted on it. We talked about it.
Well, my vote went Jackson Sanchez, who I thought played great both sides of the ball. And it did help that Aguilar won it last week.
That's
so
true. That's true.
I don't think he's going to argue that his main guy, his top receiver, get the award.
My vote is also for Sanchez.
Julian, you had a vote? What were you thinking?
I do have a vote. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, the band's still playing loudly behind me. At any rate, wow, what can I say? This was a difficult one. I guess I have to say it's the Aguilar show tonight. What did he not do offensively and defensively? North started out great. I really thought, and I'm sure most people thought as they watched this game, it was going to be a flip for North, but it didn't happen. They scored 14 and it shut down.
Yeah, if you just watched the first quarter and a half, you thought, hey, this is the North High show, but it turned quickly into the Alex Aguilar show. He put up a ton of yards, but I do think he had some pretty darn good help from Jackson Sanchez.
He really did, yeah. Jackson did a good job. All the boys did. Aguilar really owned this whole field tonight.
Well, like he does just about every week.
Yes,
right.
He does, yes.
So, but I do think it's 2 votes to 1 for Jackson Sanchez getting the Tony's Pizza Player of the Week, and I'm sure he'll give half of that pizza to Aguilar. Maybe
Yes.
Aguilar shared with him last week.
So. I might show up for a /2. You never know.
All right, well, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you.